rival of South Africa's BANYANA BANYANA gearing up for the 2024 CAF Women's Olympic qualifiers, where they will today be hosting DR Congo out at the Orlando Stadium. Eskodini Esigamamindela. Kickoff for that one is of course at 3 p.m. and we will be bringing you the action live courtesy of SABC Sports. I am joined to my left, Mark Haskins, a man that has played for Ijomo Cosmos. He's played for Bidbase Bitsa. And to his far left is Coach Anna Monati. She's also played her football for BANYANA BANYANA, and of course we've seen her coaching out in the Hollywood Bets Super League. An interesting clash we've got lined up here this afternoon. But before we talk about the clash, Mark, champion, how do you feel being a part of this champion nation of South Africa?
Champions. Indeed, I mean, I think everyone is ecstatic at the moment, and we're just really proud of what the boys did, and the manner in which they did it, I think, is what's so significant. With their backs against the wall so many times, but they showed what fighting spirit can do, and it's an inspiration to all of us as South Africans as to what we can achieve if we work together as a unit, as one. I mean, you can see we should be so jovial as a nation. In case you didn't know, and just keep dancing.
Whether or not Trevor Nyakane can dance, now you've received that confirmation that he is a man that can break it down, not only in the scrums but also in terms of the dancing. But Coach, something interesting about this Springbok victory now is the fact that we always say in terms of football, BANYANA BANYANA is always putting pressure on Bafana Bafana in terms of delivering on the field of play. We now have the Springboks exerting all that pressure now onto our other national teams, as with BANYANA today when they go up against DR Congo.
When you have character, that's when you have to show and keep on dancing all the time. And at the same time, what I like about the Springboks, since, when we played France, I said, if we can show that kind of a character, we'll lift the trophy, and definitely end up winning that. So I think Bafana Bafana will turn the corner as well, because even the supporters were all over the country celebrating on Mapokopoko.
And there it is, that Webb Ellis Trophy coming back to South Africa. The men do land back in South Africa tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And of course, SABC Sport was bringing you all that Rugby World Cup action live on SABC2. And there's that man, Andre Pollard. How things have changed from the man that initially did not make the squad. It is a big encounter for this BANYANA BANYANA side. They take on the DR Congo in what is a must-win encounter, because Mark thinks slightly different here when we look at these qualifiers. And I mean, we're seeing here the arrival of Team South Africa, Coach Desiree Ellis's troops, but there's no away goal rule here. We're not looking to say, let's at least, even if it's a draw, we'll still go ahead on the away goal rule. Talk to us about what it's looking like in terms of what needs to happen today on the field of play.
Well, let's just say that South Africa, BANYANA BANYANA specifically, is returning to the venue where they failed to qualify the last time round against Botswana. So they have a record to set straight, and so we look forward to them doing the business. Yes, it was 1-1 when they played away to DR Congo, but now coming home, that away goal doesn't count for anything. So away goals don't count. It is obviously a FIFA competition, Olympic competition, Olympic qualifier. So even if it finishes 6-6 today, we'll go to extra time and penalties if needed. So the away goal doesn't matter. All that matters is getting the win at the end of the day. So I know Coach Des does not want to go to penalties. Last time out, 0-0 away in Botswana, 0-0 at home. We went to penalties. That's how we got knocked out. That's why we weren't at the last Olympics. That's not going to happen today.
And of course, the winner here between South Africa and DR Congo will either go on to play Tanzania or Botswana with that encounter. We know that the Tanzanians do have a lead there. But Coach, and you cannot win a game if you're not finding the back of the net. Let's talk to the attacking players by team Coach Desiree Ellis, because that's who we'll be relying on today to find the back of the net. But even outside of the attacking players, we can look to some of the other players attacking positions.
Yeah, Pila Kiwana Desiree went 3 changes to start with, because Unsite Ukente Mukhalo, more space in Sabiana, midfielding untise motau kentse Michael's o loreng ka first leg kena tlenka a very beautiful cross e lor Tembi Khatlanwila kora and then how sheba kopile o buse se passing so o kentse a very good lineup e loreng they will attack from the onset.
Indeed, Mara, let's also speak to the other change there, Mark, that we see for this Banyana side in the goalkeeping department.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's always, when it comes to Banyana, that's a point of contention. Kaylin Swart obviously did duty previously. So, you know, why those changes were made or, you know, whether how well she did. I think Coach Anna actually mentioned that she actually did quite well in the previous game. So we're not quite sure exactly what led to the change because Kaylin has been pretty much ever present since the World Cup. She's been, you know, taken over, if I could say, the #1 jersey. But we'll see exactly what the thinking is. But Andile Dlamini has always shown her quality. She may not be playing regularly at club level, but she is a quality goalkeeper in her own right. And I think it's difficult to really separate the two keepers. They're very similar in terms of quality. They offer different things. Kaylin obviously has the better distribution, but Andile, in terms of you know, match-saving ability, she's done it in the past. We saw at AFCON, she was a massive role player in us actually winning and lifting the AFCON title. So it's really 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, if you ask me, between the two keepers.
And I mean, not so much that much of importance in terms of this game and the outcome here today, but we all looked at this as well because of the announcement that was made by the South African Football Association. Janine van Wyk getting a call up into the national team, her final 2 games, which she would be available to play football for this national side. Asimbon, Coach.
Yeah, Asimboni, I think what Coach Desiree did, she wanted to keep the very same team that went to the World Cup. And then winning, you know, that winning mentality, she didn't want to break that line between. Yes, Janine didn't travel with the team to the World Cup, even when they went to the United States. So I think maybe Desiree will play during the friendly games when there's no pressure. Because now it's a do or die.
It's a do or die.
So if we play Janine in this game, I don't think she will click because she was out for more than 3 to 4 months out of the national team. She need to come back and click there. So I think Desiree said, no, okay, not now. She can be in the team, but not in the field of play because Congo is another team.
Yeah.
And I think it's rather controversial the way, you know, she has left the squad and she traveled with the team. Obviously didn't get on the field of play. I think maybe Coach Des was hoping the result would be a bit different, that maybe we'd have a bit more of a lead or whatever the case may be. But she probably felt that she couldn't risk getting, or the situation didn't allow for her to introduce Janine into the game.
Because it's a qualifier at the end of the day.
An Olympic qualifier. We've missed out on the previous Olympics. It's a massive tournament to miss out on when you count the World Cup. Olympics is a close second to the World Cup, so it's not a flaky tournament, and so it doesn't sit well with me, to be honest with you. The pride of the nation has to come first before any personal accolades or glory. You know, it's about the national team first and foremost, the pride of the nation, and so yeah, it leaves a bit of a sour taste in one's mouth.
It is a bit of a tricky one, that one, and it is a do-or-die encounter as South Africa's Banyana host DR Congo. Today, they must be a winner. Away goal rule out of the door, out of the window. Banyana has to get a straight victory here today if they want to progress to the next stage of the qualifiers. I guess we take a closer look in the starting 11 of both these sides and what we can expect in terms of action on the field of play.
Catch up or live stream your daily dose of nothing but the best in drama on SABC Plus.
Really?
Generations The Legacy.
Yes.
Skim Sam. Well and good. Mubango.
Check mate.
Uzalo.
It's a date.
And Guyani Land of Blood. SABC Plus has all this and more.
Okay.
You can now take SABC everywhere you go for free mahala at your own convenience.
Yes!
The app is quick and easy to download from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, or simply scan the QR code. Forever Wena with SABC Plus, everywhere for everyone, always. Hashtag still home.
Uma ngizikhandela ngokwami le gearbox kuzoba u500 rand.
Anginawo 500 rand. Manje sizotshola kanjani thina lo mali uma idisk ingasebenzi?
Send the bill to my husband, please. Bye. Yingoba iphepha lami lithi we are equal emshadweni. Okay?
Hallelujah.
Hello, Daddy.
Hey, mfazi ndi. Sekuphelile ngawo. Kanti futhi ungaphindula ubhathe emzini wakho.
Wakhala Nyonini, now streaming on SABC Plus. Still home. Scan the QR code to download the app.
Imizwilili.
Sangena sakhulukuthi nomculo omnandi wamakhwaya imizwilili.
Re khomogela ka setlhopha se sentle sa the Drankersburg Boys Choir.
Enjoy the choral sounds of Imzwilili Season 16, now streaming on SABC Plus. Download the app or simply scan the QR code on your screen. SABC Plus, still home.
Welcome back. We are building up to the 2024 Women's Olympic qualifiers for Ningizim Africa. Namhlanje iqembu lethu lizobe lidlala ne-DR Congo esigodini esikaMamindlela Orlando Stadium out in the south of Johannesburg. Let's take you live there now to see what our journalist Kate Nokwe has to say ahead of kickoff in terms of what the scenes are looking like at Soweto.
A very good afternoon, Vusiwe, from a freezing Orlando Stadium where Banyana Banyana must rectify the wrongs of the past and move towards a qualification for next year's Olympic Games. But a stubborn DRC lies awake. With the no-away goal rule, the one-all draw away in Central Africa means nothing for these teams, making this afternoon's fixture a winner-takes-all. Having featured in successive FIFA Women's World Cup for the reigning African champions, the Olympic Games is the next obvious target. But will that dream be realized, or will they falter at the same stage, at the same stadium once again? Stay tuned to SABC Sport to find out.
Same stage, same stadium once again, and we are hoping for a different result here today. Now, before I chat a little bit more to Mark Haskins as well as Coach Anna Monati joining me in studio today for this build-up, I guess izweke ukuthi umqeqeshi oweBanyana Banyana uCoach Desiree Ellis uthini phambi komdlalo owanamhlanje.
Coach, the away fixture, what did you learn coming to this one?
Well, we knew how they were going to play. We had footage. But I felt we could have dealt better with the goal we conceded. We've worked a bit on that during this past couple of days, and also how to, the final pass. I think for us that was lacking. We know they're going to be very physical, which we knew. We needed to move the ball around quicker, which we didn't at times. In the second half, I felt we were much better at that. And we could have stolen it at the end, but it didn't happen. And we know today is a must-win.
Yeah. Speaking of that, no away goal rule. How does that change your approach, knowing that you must win today?
We have to go out and make sure that we take charge the first 20 minutes, make sure that we don't concede and have a go. Have a go, and then we'll be able to set the tempo and be able to dictate matters. So that first 20 minutes is going to be really, really crucial for us to stay concentrated, for us to create opportunities, and for us to take those opportunities.
Coach Desiree Ellis there speaking on what needs to be done in this encounter, but we look at it and she says the first 20 minutes, but is it only just the first 20 minutes? Because in an encounter of this nature, things could change at any moment.
I think you set the tone in the first 20 minutes. So they need to set the tone that they are the home team, they are the dominant team, they are the African champions, they are the team that has qualified from the group phase into the last 16 of the World Cup. There should be a gulf between ourselves and DR Congo, and you set that tone in the opening 20 minutes, and that's what she's talking about. We don't want to concede, but we want to make sure we stamp our authority early on so that they know exactly who they're dealing with.
Coach, how do we stamp our authority early on when you look at the starting 11 that Coach DRC has put out?
Stick to our game plan, focus, don't lose, and have a lot of communication in the field. Listen to the instruction from the coach. Know why you are in the field of play, because if you don't have those kind of things, at the end of the day, that 20 minutes is going to work against you. So I think DRC knows why she's talking about 20 minutes, that within 20 minutes they need to make sure that they score and they defend well, meaning they don't want to make any mistake within that time.
Right, and then we see the Banyana team warming up. A Kaylin Swat that doesn't make the starting 11 here today, warming up there with the team, and we see the likes of Abo Thembi Khatlana and Abo Siyababona lapha no captain wayo ke iningizimu Africa, the youngster there Naisha for iBanyana Banyana. But let's now hear from Coach Marcelo, umqeqeshi oweqembu elivakashile ke namhlanje le DR Congo. They also have a point to prove here today that they may not be the African champions, but they could be the team that progresses to the next stage of these qualifiers.
Good afternoon, Coach. I'm looking outside. This is very cold in Johannesburg and raining as well. You played the first fixture in Summer's Day. How do you approach this game then, considering the weather conditions?
On a profité aujourd'hui. Tu vois de quoi l'atmosphère dehors, il fait très froid. Est-ce que tu vois comment pour le match aujourd'hui, ça sera comment?
Merci beaucoup pour les souhaits de la bienvenue. Malgré l'état de la pluie, malgré l'état du terrain, le problème c'est l'adaptabilité. Hein. Nous devons chercher à nous adapter. Ça fait partie des intempéries.
Thank you so much. Regardless of the weather or whatever, it's about to adoption of the weather. It's fine. We'll adapt to it very fast.
Right, Coach Kadiamba there speaking and just touching as well on the weather conditions. Coach, weather conditions, what do you make of that? Because I mean, it's good. Whose advantage does that work towards the most?
It's us. Because you know why? As a coach, you need to know that during this time of the year, you need to make sure that when you prepare the team, sometimes the weather can change and be like this today. Like last week, 5 days ago, they played Kinshasa where it was very, very hot. And then today it's very cold. And then for Congo, I think they'll make sure that they want to win, but they are not going to win today at home. No, because we are used to this kind of weather. And Russia win today's game. So weather for me, I won't any factor. It's very good weather for us.
Yeah, I think it definitely would benefit us. I think we'd be more used to the cold conditions. I think the rainy conditions is not so much the fact of the cold conditions, because it is icy out there, and you know, it's difficult to get the body going. And I think we'd be more accustomed to that because we do play, you know, through the winter, especially the women playing their, you know, their league season from like basically January to December. We play through the winter, unlike the men who play mostly through summer. So I think they definitely will be better acclimatized to this weather, and let's hope it does benefit us.
All right, we do hope it will benefit us here today, because South Africa gets the opportunity to move on to the next round where they'll face either Tanzania or Botswana. I guess Tati careful, almost careful. I hear a lot of positive talk coming through from my analysts here today. Let's hear what their predictions are going to be on whether iningizimu Africa yonezo ngoba la namhlanje noma cha.
She's the party planner extraordinaire with style and flair, who knows how to make any event a star-studded affair. Watch Lona Maseko and her hilarious sidekick Tabo turn drab occasions into fabulous get-togethers with dazzling decor and mouth-watering recipes that will leave you wanting more.
Who thought it'd be that sexy?
The Hostess, now streaming on SABC Plus. Download the app on Play Store and Apple App Store.
It's where life meets style, where pop meets culture, where Africa meets the world. Join us as we explore the sights, sounds, and tastes of this continent we call home. Africa Within, now streaming on SABC Plus. Download the app on Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
Oh, Nez, it is house painting day, you promise? No, man, don't be like that. I don't want to ugly la barang. Come on.
Freddy told barang hachi.
You will see your hachi if I ever hear you speak like that again. Liz, what's wrong with this child?
And no, Liz, what's that people?
I say hijab, Mom.
Mommy, aren't we Catholic?
We're not just Catholic. You children are extremely lucky to be plugged into 2 religions at once.
Like a multi-plug.
But in this house, we love and tolerate all religions.
Wunderbar! Wunderbar! Child, you must embrace yourself, okay? Just embrace.
Lisa! Jana, what the blazers?
See, from Bibi is a joke.
The Riviera, now streaming on SABC Plus. Still home. Scan the QR code to download the app now.
For the love of the game.
Welcome back. It is the South Africa versus DR Congo. It's Olympic qualifiers where Coach Desiree Ellis will be looking to ensure ukuthi iqembu lakhe lizobe likhona in Paris in 2024. Coach Munati, just a quick one from you in terms of your predictions. How do you see this one panning out today?
2-0. We're winning 2-0.
Oh, patriotic. Following the footsteps of the Springboks. Not 1-0, not just a point.
2-0.
Mark?
Yeah, I think we'll be good today, and I think a 3-0 result in favor of South Africa.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like being optimistic. I like being patriotic. Let's now take you through to the live pictures and the live action coming through from Orlando Stadium. Njengoba iNingizimu Africa is taking on the DR Congo. Sinthatha manje sizintambo zonke le to our commentary team.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Thank you, Vuisiwe and the team from the studio. A very good afternoon to you, wherever you are. Hello and welcome to the Orlando Stadium. It is South Africa up against DR Congo. Thank you to the wonderful team in the studio of Mark Haskins, Vuisiwe Ngobo and Anna Munati with a great building up to this fantastic Olympic qualifier where South Africa were held to a draw out in Kinshasa with all to play for in this match. It is the second leg as the DRC is welcomed to the wonderful Orlando Stadium. Gloria Brown is the name, and alongside me for this encounter is Tilisile Mia. She will join me later on as the players are being led onto the pitch for the customary greetings as well as the national anthems. It is a moment to cherish. The road is Paris 2024. And the national anthems, as we get ready to read to sing the national anthems, first up will be that of the visitors DRC.
of South Africa. Has come. It is a time to get going for both teams as the visitors who will definitely lead the pack in terms of the customary greetings. These are the coaches that have come to play this match. As we look at the lineup for South Africa, there is one change that is spotted in goal. It is Andile Dlamini. And you look in the midfield, Linda Mkalo, Siopo Singo and Nicole Michaels put their hand up to get a start in this match. On the bench, a very strong, capable and able Kolo Sepiana, Gabriela Salgado and Selana. That is the lineup for today, as the officials who are in charge of this match, Josephine Wanjuru, who is from Kenya, as well as Alice Omutesi. Sandrine Usenga Maranga is the second referee. The fourth official is Lucy Awuno Juma. Match commissioner is Maputing Selana.
Asibonke kakhulu Gloria ngempela namhlanje sisesigodini esikamamizela umdlalo omkhulu kakhulu umlenze wesibili phakathi kweBanyana Banyana neDRC. Nali ke iqembu elase DRC namhlanje umqeqeshi uMarcelo wenze ushintsho lodwa lapha ePalini. Namhlanje uqala uBridget Nganitha, abadlali abafana no Ruth Kipoye abebe uhlupho bakhona, uMawanda lapha phambili kanjalo no Grace umfamba okuyena oshaye igoli lase DRC ngesombe soqala ngaphambi kokuthi iNingizimu Afrika ithole elokulinganisa elashawa uyena lo ukapteni oThembi Katlana. Namhlanje ukapteni wase DRC i-center back uDeni Ngoyi ugijima khona ezweni lase DRC udlalela iqembu iSimba Queens. Namhlanje ukapteni okwenza ukuthi bamshintshe obe ukapteni uye lo abamkhiphele ngaphandle ugoalkeeper uFidelini Ngoyi. Nangu umqeqeshi wase DRC onethemba elikhulu ukuthi amantombazane akhe azowenza umsebenzi namhlanje. Ngikhuluma ngoMarcelo uKadiyamba. Sisesigodini sikaMamizela, asazi ukuthi ubani namhlanje la sizobona iqembu liguqa khona. Nangu waseNingizimu Afrika uDesiree Ellis Gloria wenze inguquko eqenjini lakhe ekade dlala umlenze wesibili. Sobona ke lama changes awenzile ukuthi azosebenza yini kuNingizimu Afrika.
South Africa getting into a huddle in the yellow uniform and yellow stockings, and they will be attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen. The visitors from the DRC are in white with a bit of red trimmings and white stockings, attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen. It has been a drizzle out here with all the weather, the rain. One's got to brave this particular match and make sure the result is favorable. It is, the question is out as who won one set more, locked at 1-1 apiece. Good to see Hinda Magaiya, who is one of those players that didn't really show up in the previous match. And here is the troublesome Kipoi Ruth, who plays football in Galatasaray. We are on referee's orders, and it is the DRC that gets us underway. We are heading to France. That is the ultimate objective. Just to remind one and all that we missed out on the Tokyo Olympics, and that will definitely be a disappointment that one has to and wants to put behind them. Banyana Banyana, who come into this match ranked number 45 by FIFA. They are up against a team that is ranked number 111 by FIFA. An interesting match, an interesting matchup in the previous encounter, allowing the DRC to dictate terms coming out of the blocks a lot quicker than South Africa, who were trailing in this match, and that being for about 6 minutes, as the first goal was scored around the 40th minute, and that goal was scored by Grace Mfawanda, and she playing a football in Turkey. Kasaj Marlene is a player on the ball, and immediately the expansive game, which was to use the wings to great effect, is exactly the one that they intend to play. And also coming in with a 4-4-2 formation, showing a lot of tactical flexibility, is the DR Congo, having again during the match changing to a 4-3-3 when necessary, packing the midfield at times with 5 players in the midfield, showing their interest and the ability to fight for everything on offer. Danny Ngoi, the captain who's playing for Simba Queens out in Tanzania, she'll definitely be one of those players difficult to deal with, as South Africa, who come into this match also with a 4-4-2, Knox and Linda Mtlalo, the two players that are in the center of the midfield. Nicole Michaels awarded with a start for a fantastic performance in the first leg, coming in for a Gabrielo Salgado and changing the complexion of the match, which then immediately resulted in Tembi Pikinini Khatlane to get that equalizing goal. Wendy Shongwe losing out and playing yet again in a very unfamiliar role out in left back. However, she is one of those players that was spotted by the DR Congo in the previous encounter, and capitalizing on her not so natural defensive qualities. Siaposingwe is quick to release a South African side as Tembi Khatlane running into space and looking for the receiving ball. It is Ahilda Magaiya who's operating on the left-hand side, has got to really bring in the quality. Mawanda in the midfield, a very, very strong Grace Mfamba. Giving chase is a Kipoi, and that ball taking no prisoners, safety first. Mhlongo, who's having a 5th cap, UWC player Lona Temba. Mhlongo just protecting a goalkeeper, and rather very happy to give a corner. It is a cold Orlando Stadium. The rain has come down, drizzlings. 3 minutes on the clock, a corner. And keeper comes out, very, very robust, and present is Kabakaba. She's making sure she's making Dlamini. She's making sure she makes Dlamini feel her presence. Dlamini just hitting her back against the goalpost there in that challenge. She's very strong, is Kabakaba, and complaining about the knock on the hip. And she's looking for a corner. Keeper, it's good to see her up and about and on her feet. Andile Dlamini, the one change that is very evident in the South African defense. The other changes were in the midfield. Here is a chance for South Africa. Nicole Michaels playing the 1-2 with Siopasingwe. Michaels doing well to come out of an offside position, and Siopasingwe very quick to get stuck in. There's Siopasingwe being shepherded by Kubina Kalala, who plays for Aisa Spor. Captain Ngoyi sends a long ball forward. One in the air by Kabakaba. Here is the danger person, Kipoi, Ruth Kipoi, who is definitely full of running, has the ability to switch positions at times. Also, you'll find in defense, giving chase is Tembi Khatane, lightning pace, playing the 1-2 is with Hilda Magaya, and the last touch of a white shirt. Throw in it is Shongwe to take it. Available is Dlamini. Mhlongo, Figile Magama is also available. That ball a little too much. The weather will definitely have an influence in this match. The pitch will definitely be a lot faster. The ball will move a lot faster due to the fact that the pitch is wet. Throw in for Mwanda. South Africa, or the winner of this particular encounter, will play the winner between Tanzania and Botswana, and that will be between the 19th and the 28th of February in 2024. That's a challenge by Shongwe, doing ever so well and getting it spot on. And this is what coaches are looking for, players who are flexible enough to play in different positions and not be one-dimensional. Nicole Pesana will have to put her right foot forward and dominate that midfield, and also maybe relieve a bit of the pressure on Linda Motalo. Pesana enforced backwards, Wendy. Siopasingwe giving chase. She has company in Kubina. On the left-hand side for South Africa. Here is the strong running Kabakaba, but pickpocketed, and lovely control. Taking an eye off the ball. There is Figile Magama. With 10 caps today is Figile Magama, playing a football for UWC. Nicole Michaels just be easily bundled off the ball. Tembi coming a lot deeper than expected to collect the ball, and the last touch coming off a white jersey. That will be a throw-in to South Africa. Canada, the Olympic champions, who did not have a good showing at the World Cup, but was certainly one of the feared teams in the World Cup. Nigeria and Ethiopia played to a 1-1 draw in the first leg. Uganda and Cameroon also will be battling it out tomorrow. Linda forcing away. Strong touch, but one back this time. It is Kajinja Mavel in the air. Lack of communication and a strike. A beauty at that. Kajinja of TP Mazembe asking the questions. This team is definitely dangerous in terms of their goal poachers, and making it absolutely evident and very clear when you look at Lonatemba Mhlongo going directly into the player. Got to be careful defensively, South Africa. They are not shy to take the shot from distance, which was something that they did with great effect in the first leg. A lot of their shots were from range, and goalkeeper Kaylin Swart just making sure she protected her goal mouth, and Dlamini will do the same. Point blank save. That is a very clear intention. Thembi Kgatlana and Jermaine Supersinger will be rotating up front in terms of trying to get the confusion in that defense, losing out in the midfield. It's a white jersey. We're looking at Mfamba, Grace Mfamba. Siopo Singwe, her work rate absolutely exemplary. Linda Mutlalo on the ball with 10 minutes on the clock. It is South Africa 0, DRC 0. Thembi Kgatlana giving chase, and that ball just going into touch. Very, very nervy start, Thuli, in these opening 10 minutes.
Ngempela Gloria usokhumbula nasemdlalweni womlenzo wokuqala ukuthi iDRC yaqala ngegiye eliphezulu kakhulu omdlalo ibona futhi abafika kuqala epalini njengoba namanje uAndile Dlamini esenze omkhulu omsebenzi evimba ibhola alika Grace omfwamba umgadlo oyingozi kakhulu ikakhulukazi uma ezocombine no Kabakaba kanjalo no Ruth okipo umsebenzi omkhulu kakhulu okufanele namhlanje iNingizimu Afrika iwenze ngoba bayafuna ukuthi baye lapha eParis ngonyaka ozayo kuma Olympics. Namhlanje ke umqeqeshi uDesiree Ellis epalini wenze ushintsho oSwart uKaylin ungaphandle kubuye uAndile Dlamini abanye abadlali abangaphakathi enkundleni abangawuqalanga umdlalo lapha eDRC. Jermaine Sioposenwe ukhona, Linda Motlalo ukhona, Nicole Michael owangena nomkhulu umehluko lapha eDRC waze wakhanda igoli elavalelwa phakathi oThembi Kgatlana. Namhlanje uyawuqala umdlalo izona inguquko sika Desiree Ellis lezo ngapha ke DRC uMarcelo Kadiamba ushintsho nje lodwa lulapha emapalini. Namhlanje kuqala uNganitha othatha indawo kaFidelini Ngoyi. Kuphi nakuphi la ukhona siyakubingelela siyakwamukela sisesigodini sikaMaminzela eOrlando Stadium umdlalo phakathi kweNingizimu Afrika nelizwe laseCongo. Asibone nje naba ke balincenga laphana ke oAndile Dlamini ke emuva Karabo Dlamini nanje banikeza uNoxolo uCesane Lona Themba Mhlongo ugijima lapha ku-University of Western Cape benayo uNoxolo uCesane nange thatha irani goalkeeper uyaphuma oyalithatha emapalini eBridget oNganitha Noxolo uCesane owadlala kahle kakhulu lapha eMorocco ngesikhathi iNingizimu Afrika ithatha isicoco eseAfcon. Ngemuva kwalokho wathola amadlela ahlaza waya phesheya kwezilwandle eFrance, kodwa izinto azihambanga kahle eFrance. Wadlula waya eMexico nakhona futhi azange ahamba kahle izinto, wasebuya ke manje ebuyela eqenjini lakhe eUWC. Wendi Shongwe bamdlalisa kabi uShongwe. Asibone lo mnyakazo weNingizimu Afrika bafuna lapha uKgatlana eboxing kodwa iqinile leya defense Theni Ngoyi. Asibone futhi baphakamisa izandla baseNingizimu Afrika nangu Motlalo elibeka manje lapha kumkhuthuzi Cesane nange bulala umuntu kaBhlungu uCesane wasebuyisela la ngakwesokudla manje ke kumagama bathi ufix. Asibone umagama bobabili badlalela iUWC yinhle leya 10 kaCesane. Asibone manje ke Nicole Michael ayikhona lingaphandle lela bhola lika Nicole Michael ogijimela iTS Galaxy eNingizimu Afrika. Athi sibone ukuthi bakhala ngana base le bhola lishayile esandleni ikho bekhala abadlali baseNingizimu Afrika ukuthi bekufanele libekwe phansi kube ipenalty. Onompepe nabasizi bakhe ababonanga ingakho ke umdlalo uqhubeka. Okapteni namhlanje Theni Ngoyi. Asibone nje ukuthi iNingizimu Afrika izokwenze njani, balungiselela indlela eya lapha eParis. Uma ngabe bephumelela kuzobe kungokwesithathu ngoba baqala ukuya kuma Olympics eLondon ngo2012 la iUSA eyagcina iba ompetha khona. eNingizimu Afrika yayilapha ku Group F kuneSweden, kuneJapan neCanada. eNingizimu Afrika yaqeda isemsileni kule group ngoba abashawa iSweden ngo4-1, bashawa iCanada ngo3-0 base bedlala idraw kanotnothi ile Japan. Baphinda futhi babuyela khona ngo2016 eBrazil nakhona futhi izinto zangahamba kahle baqeda emsileni futhi wegroup bashawa iChina 2-0 eSweden yabaphinda ngo-1-0 badlala idraw kaNot neBrazil ake sibone ke le khona nango o-sticks lapha epalini leNingizimu Afrika bayayiphakamisa ke le khona ifuna amakhanda iphuma eceleni kwepali Wendi Shongwe Shongwe esimazi kakhulu egijimela i-University of Pretoria akadlali njenge left back lapha kuma Tuks Shongwe umdlalo wesibili lo edlala njenge left back eqenjini lesizwe ngoba nase DRC waqala njenga ne left back imvula ke ilokhu iqhubekile nje iyana elokhu iqhubekile iyana imvula asibone manje ke uShongwe Ashongwe uyibeka phansi bafuna ucesana sala phansi ucesana anamandla ke lamantombazana ase DRC asibone manje ke naba banikeza umuntu oyinkinga uRudy Kipoyi kuthiwa kuzoba i-goal kick yabona eDRC abadlali ababenikeza inkinga kakhulu iNingizimu Afrika Ruth Kipoyi bese kuba uGrace Mfomba awuthi siphinde sibone le handball le iyo nje ayitolikwa unompempe akabonanga angabe nje sikhuluma enye indaba manje bayiqala emuva manje lona Themba Mhlongo Mhlongo ufuna ucesane nangela uwina kamnandi ucesane lihle leli yabhola kaCesane siyabosene nabuKhatlana asibone Thembi ayikhona Thembi elikhulu ithuba uThembi wavele nje wakhanga ngomsebenzi omuhle kangaka ukapteni weNingizimu Afrika awubheke manje ilithathile iDRC Malin Kasach awugijima lapha eTurkey eqenjini Adana asibone bangene eboxini amuhle umsebenzi kaKarabo Dlamini asibone manje ke nango otlalo Elveza elihle futhi ibhola bathola la uPikinini Thembi Khatlana nangeligoba leli bhola odali iyabeka bonke abadlali baseNingizimu Afrika emlenzeni woqala iDRC iyona yashaqala igoli 1-0 asibone nje buka le bhola ke likaCesane i-through ball yathola i-breadwinner ayikhona lela bhola alishaye kangakahle kuThembi obese kusele nje ukuthi alidlulise ku-goalkeeper iyabuya futhi iNingizimu Afrika i-breadwinner lebe izama ukumshaya ekude u-goalkeeper oyalithatha kodwa onozinti wase-DRC Nganitha Deni Nkoyi bayibeka phansi nangu manje ke uCesane bamphuca Linda Amotlalo uyilanda lapha emuva manje Motlalo Mhlongo Karabo Dlamini uyathatha kodwa nange phasa kabi ke uDlamini elithathile iDRC Deni Nkoyi Olshiya noMalin bayiqala ngakwesokunxele manje bafuna oMawanda throw in ezobuya ne-DRC Nicole Michael unesizini enhle Hollywood Bet Super League oze wabizwa nakwikhosafa lekade idlala lapha eAtranville wafika wadlala kahle nakhona uDesiree waseke khetha ukuthi akahambe naye azodlala lemidlalo yokuhlunga njengoba engazange aphoxe nase-DRC wasuka ebhentshini wakhanda igoli lokulinganisa leBanyana Banyana namhlanje uyawuqala umdlalo uNicole Michael kuthiwa ibhola le-DRC leli Pikinini cap number 76 le kaThembi una 27 goals eqenjini lesizwe Deni Nkoyi Malin bafuna kapha nayi free kick endaweni engozi yabona iDRC iyakwazi ukukhahlela ikude futhi njengoba nenkundla imanzi lingabanikeza inkinga abaseningizimu Afrika lebhola ucesane odlale kabi. Ake sibone ke le free kick. Ake sibone ke le free kick. Ukuthi ubani lo ozoyithatha Malini Kasach uyo ophezu kwebhola liqondene nje ngo nepali leka Antile Dlamini. Asibone ke le free kick Malin 27 years uyo ozothatha le free kick. Asibone manje ke le free kick yimbi le free kick uyayiphakamisa le free kick iphuma eceleni kwepali 20 minutes kuphelile. Not iningizimu Afrika, not DR Congo.
Well, that Tembi Khatana, who's really being overstretched, and her work is being cut out by a defense that is very resolute and looking very organized. The work is done as Wendy Shongwe wins that ball back. It is Hilda Magaya, and a very rushed effort from Nicole, who is operating in that midfield. A little bit different from the usual role where she's playing, usually plays on the wing. Here she finds herself in the heart of the midfield. And Wendy Shongwe, who is one of those players playing an unfamiliar role, thus far seems to be coping with what has been thrown at her. Linda Mutalo is looking for the spaces and not that much is opening up. Just to remind you that this is the second round, the second leg of the qualifiers in the CAF region. Tesana going all the way back to the defense. Karabo Dlamini will launch another attack, and this time Wendy Shongwe is put under pressure, forced into an error, and that is due to the pressing of the Leopards. Wendy Shongwe is playing a football for TUT, this being a fifth cap. Kasach on the ball. It's one in the air by Figile Magama of UWC. There's a patience in Banyana Banyana's game, but playing rather dangerously in that defense. Being nibbled at by Kipoi. Dlamini is a player getting a bit of a knock, but this is something that the DRC did with great precision in their first leg, just nibbling on the ankles and tramping on the toes of the players, and the referee was not able to pick that up. Bridget Ngatia, who is one of the only change actually made by coach Masalo. Linda Kesan, she needs to carry the ball and take on players, show a little bit of the braveness she has. Nicole Michaels thus far seems to be a little feverish, maybe to do with the weather, but definitely not the same Nicole Michaels that came in and changed the complexion of the match. As you can see, the little drizzles on our cameras. It continues to come down here at the Orlando Stadium. A lovely steal there by Nicole Kesan. Other matches that are to take place, Mali and Zambia's game that was to take place today, or Mali and Zambia's game was actually cancelled. The Ivory Coast and Tunisia was also cancelled. Ethiopia and Nigeria, who played to a 1-1 draw, they will definitely be at each other. DR Congo and South Africa also playing to the draw. Tanzania comfortably with a 2-0 result in the first leg. There's a decent ball, keeper comes out, and he has a chance for TMB. Dilly Dalling, headed away. Siopo Singwe should have, could have. Still the danger lurking. Tembi Khatane taking an eye off the ball. It is cleared away. Here is again South Africa losing out on another opportunity that was very clear cut.
Another chance corner begging for Banyana Banyana. Magaya. Mutalo carries the ball in the midfield. Lovely touch. Tembi is struggling with the ball, leaving it behind, looking for spaces. He's having a little bit of a nightmare present. Is Tembi Khatlane. Uganda and Cameroon. Uganda winning that one comfortably by 2-0. So Cameroon have their work cut out. And then in the other Kasafa region, where Namibia and Morocco were fighting it out, it was Morocco that came out 2-0 victors in that particular match. Ghana also stamping the authority by 3-0 against Benin. And some of the matches today that are taking place, in actual fact it's tomorrow, South Africa and DRC are the only teams playing today. Tomorrow will be Ghana and Benin, Botswana and Tanzania, Cameroon and Uganda, and also Morocco and Namibia. There's Nicole on the ball. There's the strength of Nicole with hard at work, hard at running. It's a lovely ball, but nobody receiving on the left-hand side. Kept in play by Hilda Magaya and does well to win a throw-in. Hilda Magaya had to give chase, but that was a lovely ball from the right-hand side, Nicole Michaels. You would expect the numbers in the box to capitalize on that quality. There wasn't that many yellow shirts. Mistake on the edge of the box. DRC have dropped another player in that defense, now with 5 players in the defense and 3 in the midfield, 2 up front. High ball, 1 in the air, definitely falling into the hands of the DRC. Linda leaving it for Michael. Michael's just stopping that play, and a foul. Kabina Kalala is the player. Kabina Kalala, the player to take down Siopasingwe. This is definitely a tough assignment for Banyana Banyana. Again, we spoke about those niggling challenges that are being done, and the referee has got to be a lot stronger. That is Josephine Wanjuru of Kenya. Hilda Magaya is given the responsibility. Bridget organizing a wall, 4 players in the wall. Narrowing that angle. Places up for grab. Hilda Magaya over the wall! Keeper loses it out! Michaels! That was too close to home again. Michaels not aware of what happened, but this was a beautifully teasing ball. What looked very simple for goalkeeper Bridget, she loses out, and Michaels losing on. And this was the earlier opportunity by Michaels, and that was a miss where Tembi Khatlana losing out, but frantic defending. Sioposingwe also trying a luck, not working out. Wendy Shongwe recycled to Tembi Khatlana, and eventually Kubina hacking it away. The next moment is Sinopolo on the ball. DRC not allowing South Africa to settle into any sort of rhythm. They really are disrupting the match for South Africa. They know how dangerous they can be. Throw in, and referee doesn't like the throw in. It's a foul throw, and a very disappointed Mwanda on this occasion. South Africa will gain the advantage. South Africa will gain the advantage. A number of chances have fallen for South Africa to take the lead. Beaten in the air. Kipoi losing out. Klesan giving away possession. Nicole Michael struggling to keep the ball. Figile Magama, lovely touch from Sioposingwe. And that Bongewa making sure that she hacks it away. That's Natasha Boyengwa. Plays her football in Benin. It's a throw-in. Michaels gives away possession. South Africa need to look after the ball a lot better in order to get into some sort of rhythm. And if you're looking at the DR Congo, they're pretty happy with just disrupting play and are going to use their transitional play and explosiveness to try and catch the South African defense that it doesn't seem very confident nor comfortable on the ball. At this moment, their stature, the structure, definitely proving to be a weapon that South Africa is not able to deal with, Julie.
eNingizimu Afrika idlala kangconywana ngempela manje siboneke le ball eboxini akho umuntu ezoqedela futhi lapha ngaphakathi eboxini amabhola amahle aqhamuka ngapha ngaku Nicole Michael abatholi umuntu lapha eboxini iyabuya manje iDRC singise center Natasha Boyengwa naba manje ke benikeza ekabakaba asibona ama step over nangedlula edlula lapha kuKarabo Dlamini asibona uKabakaba uthi uyaliveza wasefika uMagama uthathile uMagama wase bemdlalisa kabi onomphephe nangu eyakuyena la Naomi Kabakaba okhuluma naye uyasukuma ofikile Magama cap number 10 le ayithola namhlanje ogijimela iUWC oyasukuma oMagama Cesane oyiqala kuShongwe nangesikazi umuntu uShongwe uyaphakamisa manje eShongwe siyobosenwe liyamphunyuka Malin asibona iDRC izama ungena ngakwesekudla manje uyaphimba uShongwe iyabuya iNingizimu Afrika Jermaine asibone manje ke nanku waseliphusha kakhulu waseliphusha nje kakhulu esehamba indlela endengaka siyokosenwe iDRC ilithathile Natasha Boyengwa asibone manje ngakwesokudla baligova balifaka eboxini ukhona uLona Themba Mhlongo Shongwe banikeza i-breadwinner idlala emuva kakhulu namhlanje i-breadwinner Shongwe uyiqala lapha kuKarabo Dlamini onikeza uAndile Dlamini bobabili badlalela iMamelodi Sundowns Mhlongo Shongwe Shongwe uke wathi bona ngibulale epalini leDRC yadefend iDRC nangu uCesane ayikhona kodwa leyaphasi ke ayidle neze ihamba nje iya lapha ku goalkeeper wase DRC uyabona ilizwe lase DRC akulona ilizwe elidlale imqhudelwane emkhulu lize lenze kahle ngoba abakaze baqualifyela ama-Olympics abakwazi futhi baqualifyela iWorld Cup ngo-2006 ku-AFCON baphuma ku-first round kuma-group stages nango-2012 kodwa ngo-1998 baphuma ku-number 3 eMorocco ngonyaka odlule kwi-AFCON bebengekho yikho-ke ubabona bezama ukuthi baqualifyele imqhudelane emkhulu nali ibhola elihle Nicole Michael uyalibiza uKhatlana Nicole Khatlana elinye ithuba Khatlana isethenjwa seNingizimu Afrika akanawo umona Nicole Michael asibone Shongwe uShongwe uyaliveza liyavinjwa iyabuya iDRC bayaliphakamisa manje bafuna kanjinga oyaphuma uDlamini uSticks epalini laseNingizimu Afrika Linda Motlalo ona 19 goals eqenjini lesizwe udlala lapha eScotland kwiGlasgow City Karabo Dlamini bathi uGundi uyaliphakamisa manje ke uGundi iDRC iyalithatha ukapteni iTeningoy bayaliphakamisa manje Cesane uyabathathela Motlalo nangejika kamnandi Motlalo asibone manje uyakhomba ulinde isupport Motlalo ubuyisela lapha kuGundi Karabo Dlamini uyancenga iningizimu Afrika Shongwe manje asibone uShongwe ayasondela uShongwe nangu phasa kahle thola uMotlalo asibone manje lapha ke i-breadwinner asibone ukwenze njani la Magaya Motlalo ama-touches eningizimu Afrika imile nje i-defensive yase-DRC nangu Motlalo futhi nayi Tripoli nangu uKhatlana nalithuba leningizimu Afrika yabathesa bonke futhi kuzoba i-goal kick yase-DRC awuthi siphinde siwabone lama-touches befuna ukuyiqaqa leya defensive iTripoli yathola uThembi wathi ulifake ebhokisini bafika emva kwendaba Nicole Michael Thembi Khatlana oma esekhona enkundleni ayikho idefense ephumulayo nayi i-free kick manje kuzoba eyeningizimu Afrika ohlezi phansi la uKanjinga una 20 years udlalela iTP Mazembe khona eDRC free kick yese ningizimu Afrika oyasukuma la uKanjinga awuthi sibone ukuthi kwenzekeni kuKanjinga ovele nje wasijaja yena walibamba ibhola uNompepe engakayishayi indweba ingakho ke le bhola kuthiwa akube leningizimu Afrika Shongwe oyiqala ngasemuva manje uShongwe kuGundi oDlamini nangethola umhlongo asibone manje uyasondela umhlongo oyaliphakamisa ibhola liyabhinjwa iyalahla iDRC yabona namhlanje idlala kangcono kakhulu iningizimu Afrika kunase-DRC labadlala abayingozi nangu uKabakaba asibone uKabakaba ofuna ukushaya ugoalkeeper lapha iyabhlokha iningizimu Afrika Dlamini oyasikaza uDlamini oyibuyisela futhi emuva Shongwe kunesikhala esikhulu ke phambi kwaShongwe nangesebenzisa Cesane yinhle 10 kaCesane asibone manje ke thola Jermaine isithende sifuna lapha Nicole Michael Magama iyabonana namhlanje iningizimu Afrika kushoda nje ukuthi bashaya igoli asibone manje Karabo Dlamini ulibeka ngale kuShongwe Shongwe uyabheka uShongwe nangeliphakamisa liyaphinjwa libuyela kuyena uShongwe ogamenxe engxene enkulu yase-DRC Shongwe eCesane siyobhosenwe noma Linda Motlalo uyalibiza Nicole bamnika apha emahleka ama-cross kaMichael nangeqeda umuntu nangengena ebhokisini Motlalo phezu kwedilani asibone Cesane ayikhona eceleni kwepali ishoti nje elincane kakhulu leli kaCesane oyazi ukuthi bekufanele enze kangcono kakhulu la uCesane awubheke nje ibhola nje ulikhiphe kude kakhulu unepali lase-DRC Motlalo uyawahlanganisa ama-passes amahle lapha esingise center othathe indawo ekakhonosa abiyana oqala umdlalo eDRC nayi breadwinner bayayiphazamisa abayayithathela lizophoswa iBanyana Banyana asibone manje uShongwe manje uyancenga nanke manje lapha Hilda Magaya engene ebhokisini asibone ibreadwinner oyaligoba Thembi iyabhimba leya defense Linda Motlalo ama-second balls uyawawina uMotlalo asibone ibreadwinner hayi lesasithende akekho bebona ukuthi-ke ufuna ukushaya isithende asibone manje DRC nange basikaza kabuhlungu manje lapha uKipoyi asibone nali ibhola elizoba ingozi naba belifaka ebhokisini yadifenda laphana-ke lona Themba Mhlongo ushayeke kabuhlungu uMhlongo leliya bhola beliyingozi kakhulu awulibheke nje bebedlula kuKarabo Dlamini ngamabe ama-step over wavula uKarabo wasesebenza uMhlongo ebhokisini ubekhona oKanjinga olona Themba Mhlongo uhlezi phansi othintekile nanku eguqe phansi ngamadolo ingane ye-University of Western Cape. DRC uyababiza abadlali bakhe manje, asethembe nje ukuthi uzobuya aqhubeke nomdlalo uLona Themba Mhlongo ngoba useqala ukuthi bazwane kahle manje beno Karabo Dlamini. Uyasukuma uMhlongo, uyasukuma uMhlongo, ozoqhubeka nomdlalo la uMhlongo nangu laphana ke ibhenji leNingizimu Afrika DRC ukhuluma nama-forwards yabo uJemensi Oposenwe, uMagaya noThembi Kgatlana. Uyabona la enkundleni ukukhona ke no president we-SAFA Dr. Adeni Yodani ukhona. Nangu uMhlongo ephumele ngaphandle kusele 5 minutes ukuthi siye ku half time. Nothi Banyana Banyana, nothi DRC.
Nervy moments that have been displayed, but definitely some good moments being shared for Banyana Banyana, having the better opportunities to open up the scoring here at the Orlando Stadium. The rain has decided, the clouds have burst open and have decided to plummet on the players on the park, and thus probably proving to be another nemesis in today's encounter. It is definitely very hard, and one can see the players will have to be cautious. When you're looking at the football that is being played in the DRC, there's about 26 teams that are playing in the 10 different provinces, and this is where the players are being selected from the various provinces. And teams like TP Mazembe have associated themselves with a ladies' side, FC Amani, and dominant over the 2012 to 2019 season is OL City, and they come from the region of Esport de Bandal. Getting back to the action on the park, definitely proving to be a nemesis is Kipoy and Kaba, those two players up front are really giving the South African defense lots to worry about. Thembi Kgatlana not aligned in today's fixture, definitely struggling to get the fluidity in a match. Hilda Magaya on the ball. Magaya looking for a Siopasinga finds her. Nicole is known to take players on, and that's a ball looking for Thembi Kgatlana, who didn't look really that much interested in continuing the run. 3 minutes to the 45. Desiree Ellis looking on. One in the air by Wendy Shongwe. Figile Magama in the midfield. Klesane. Linda Motlalo takes her eye off the ball but recovers well. And a tackle, Kajinja Mavele on Linda Motlalo. Referee allowing play to continue but not finding the advantage and bringing play right back to allow treatment on Thembi Kgatlana. The referee apologizing to Thembi Kgatlana. She says, I was looking for the advantage. And, that is the reason why Linda Motlalo is grimacing in pain. Thembi Kgatlana, a number of opportunities have fallen her way. Out of your picture, the board is going to come up with 2 minutes of referee's optional time or referee's additional time. Referee just wants the players to give room, and that's a drop ball for Linda or for Banyana Banyana. Continue play. Karabo Dlamini and Mhlongo. Spaces are opening up. It's an attack. Kajinja. And Motlalo getting stuck into it.
Picked up by Grace Mfamba on the edge of the box. Grace continues the run. And Kipoi on the ball, forced backwards. Sioposingwe coming back to assist defensively. Linda just breaking that momentum and wants the players to attack a lot more. Fikile Magama on the ball. UWC player, Fikile Magama, is asking the questions. Who's available? Who's making the run? Tembi Khatlana receives. Yes, Sioposingwe. Slightly overcooked by Sioposingwe. That's too much for Hilda Magaya to chase. Not getting into the rhythm as Sioposingwe. It's not proving to be the end product they want. All in play. An advanced run there by Kaba just losing out, battling it with Tesane. Tesane having none of it, getting the last touch, and they throw in for the DRC. See. Mwanda takes a throw in. Kipoi on the ball. Kipoi on the ball. On the edge of the box, Kipoi takes a shot. Lonatemba will tidy up. Hilda Magaya almost wrestled to the floor. Using her pace, being held back by Kajinja. Hilda plays a football out in South Korea. A number of players for the DRC are also playing their football out in Turkey. Galatasaray seems to be the destination for their players. Here's a chance for Tembi. Here's a chance for Tembi. She has Nicole for company. Doesn't pick her out. And good defensive work by Natasha Boyengwa. Natasha Boyengwa. Good run by Nicole Michaels to stay on side and also to give Tembi the opportunity to play it back. Instead, looking for an opening and maybe the goal that will allow Banyana Banyana to settle pretty tight. Should the scoreline remain as is, we go into extra time. Corner. Hilda Magaya to take the corner. Decent ball and equal to the task. Kajinja coming in to use her height in that defense to just deflect that ball over the crossbar. Got three players on the line. A little busy Nicole Michaels on the front pole. Bridget organizing yet again. Not wanting to give away anything before the break. Magaya, another quality ball. This time finds a play, almost an own goal. It's another corner, but the referee brings an end to the first 45. A first 45 as we have a look at a strong finish by Banyana Banyana, but that ball just going narrowly wide of the goal mouth. Linda looks very dejected and very unhappy, even shaking her head. Tembi Khatlana coming off rather closely. Wendy Shongwe putting in a good shift in that defensive area, but we also got to compliment Kipoi, who's done well, number 17, as well as Kaba Kaba, who have been problematic. Kajinja in that midfield has also been a marvel to watch. Very strong and imposing is the DRC in this match. They're not going down without a fight. A second half that awaits us as we confirm the first 45. It is a South Africa 0, DR Congo 0. Let's have a look at how they performed in the first 45 minutes. The statistics tell a story that you can decide. 64% ball possession. South Africa dominant in very few areas more critically up front. And when you look at the saves, goalkeepers have rather been quiet. The fouls committed is 8, and you can see the team in terms of the defensive elements, the number of fouls that they have committed is 8. However, there has been those close shaves, Kate, especially from a South African perspective, some nervous moments. Your views on the first 45?
Thank you. Our commentary team, Sis Gloria, as you mentioned, there absolutely nothing separating the two teams at half-time. But it must be noted that South Africa are definitely playing much better than they did in the DRC in the first leg. A notable blemish today has to be noted that they keep losing the ball cheaply, which is playing the in the hands of the DRC, who are just happy to wait it out and counter South Africa's defense, which has been uncomfortable throughout the afternoon. So 3 clear chances, though, as far as South Africa is concerned. 2 created by Nicole, which should have been put at the back of the net. And definitely that Hilda Machaya's free kick is another chance that should not have gone begging. All in all, it is a half that has been characterized by missed chances, especially by the hosts. And I'm sure Vusiwe and her team are going to dissect this half in depth after this break.
What would the beautiful game be without spectacular goals, controversial referees' decisions, and the moomish of the week?
That is why Africa Chipembe is always on Soccer Zone.
Our entertainment tank never runs dry on Sport at 10. Your favorite celebrities are on board and taking on fascinating sport narratives.
If boxers are not exchanging heavy punches in the ring, their incredible stories unfold on the TKO.
Do not despair if you missed out on our heroes in action. Relive the breathtaking moments on Boxing Goes Retro.
What did football legends get up to during their playing days? Commemorate this superb class on PSL Retro matches. Laduma
paints the weekend drama of the DStv Premiership and the Hollywood Best Super League.
We love it here because of the universal language of the world's greatest game.
The Premier League,
the Bundesliga,
the FA Women's Super League.
Women in sport just know how to demonstrate excellence beyond boundaries with the FIFA Women's World Cup and the Netball World Cup.
Our foot in the freak conquers the African ground from AFCON to WAFCON.
The fence contains the Extreme Fighting Championship. EFC fighters inside the hexagon.
Game on.
Head high.
What's in the name?
The reigning champs, Amapogopogo of Africa Tsonga, and 19 nations collide in the Rugby World Cup France 2023.
We fuel up the Protea fire. Africa Borwa.
Mzansi Africa, we are in the business of spoiling you with marvelous sporting action.
We are SABC Sports for the love of the game.
Welcome back. It is still goalless out at the Orlando Stadium in the 2024 Women's Olympic qualifiers, where Banyana have the hurdle to climb over DR Congo. I am still joined in studio by Mark Haskins as well as Coach Waya Enamunati. Mark, we take a look at the first 45 minutes and we ask ourselves the question whether Banyana will come back to rue these missed opportunities, because there have been plenty in their favor.
Yeah, I think you could say that about DRC as well. They put us under pressure in good moments as well, especially early on in the game. I think we settled better into the game as the longer the half wore on. And there was some really good play. I mean, this build-up play we saw, just as going through the phases. But then our decision-making in that final third, our finishing in that final third is not good enough. And that's why the scoreline is still 0-0. We've had some great opportunities that we've really needed to capitalize on. We've seen Nicole get involved. We've seen the likes of Hilda Machaya. Everyone is getting involved, but it's literally the quality of the decisions, the quality of finishing at the end of the day that has let us down, and we're going to have to improve on that in the second half.
Coach, what do you make of the first 45?
I think from what Mark just said now, if we can understand when do we need to hold the ball, and when we need to start to play the ball quicker.
Yeah.
Because as we can see, this Congo team, they're very smart. When they lose the ball, they track back. Why they regroup? They stay compact. And then that's when we delay. Instead of just taking them on, then we give them just time to regroup. We need to play quick 1-2s so that we can just trust them. Though they have a very good goalkeeper.
And we see here the opportunities that have come through in the first 45. And here, it's early as the 4th minute mark, the DR Congo side already trying to ask questions of Andile Dlamini.
Yeah, you see that Kaba, we saw one clash with her and Nicole said Tesane as well. She's very imposing and she's always going to cause problems. Andile does beautifully there. We know that set plays has been a bit of our Achilles heel of late. So Andile deals with it beautifully, but under pressure from Kaba there. We can't go toe-to-toe with them physically.
Yes.
We need to, as coach said, make the ball move and work for us. We can eliminate them with the movement of the ball because physically they're going to dominate us, but we have to let the ball do the work.
Letting the ball do the work, we saw this DR Congo side get another opportunity still within the first 10 minutes of the game. And coach, once again, Andile Dlamini having to come to the rescue.
He's a top goalkeeper, remember. But I think this Congo team, they did make a good analysis about us because we are playing Wendy on the left-hand side. Why is not giving Hilda Mahaya to move forward? They're deep. And remember, when you are not playing where you are normally playing week in, week out, that's when you'll always find in this kind of situation. We are not covering each other on time. We are not compact. We are flat at the back. And we are not balanced enough on that left-hand side.
Well, we can see in these situations, Kanjinga just allowed too much space in the box. Definitely, I mean, great save there from Dlamini. She uses a hand and a leg to block that one. Pretty much from point-blank range. Anything either side of the goalkeeper is in the back of the net. But that was early on in the opening 10 minutes or so. They dominated. But then we really came into the game. And then we started, asserting authority. And just our finishing has really let us down.
And this is when we started just getting more comfortable in the game here, Mark. We're seeing the South African side come through. And what we questionably asked in studio, whether there was a handball incident in this instance.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about making your body bigger with the hand. If that's not making your body bigger, then I don't know what is. That's definitely, for me, a handball. And that the referee was in close proximity.
She was
close proximity. So there's no way she can miss something like that. Unfortunately, not given, and we need to move on from there.
And as we move on from there, we saw an opportunity just coming around the 16th minute with the South African side. Much later on, rather, the South African side having a number of different players here, coach, getting an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. But again, just our finishing not to the level we would like it to be at this stage.
I cannot have the second ball in the box. No. If I'm in the box, I need to know where I need to position. If, like, during the training, a ball like that from Michael's, that was so beautiful. But the goalkeeper of Congo did very well. She came out. She disrupted the movement. But we need to have a finisher in the box where we can hit it once at a goal. Maybe we should have been one up already now because we had so many chances in the box. But maybe Coach Jazz will say to them, listen, when we are in the finishing third, we need to make sure we focus. Look the way we build up. Beautiful. But the Congolese, they're always there thick and thin. Covering, look at the space there. We need to play the ball into the space where we can exploit them quickly because we are so good on that. But when we get into the box, look at the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is cutting the angle. Hence, we have Michaels in the box there, but they cover each other very well, the Congolese at the back.
All right, so those are just some of the key moments coming through in the first 45 minutes where none of these two sides were able to find the back of the net. Today we need to have a winner in this encounter. If it ends up as a draw, we will go into extra time, following which we'll then go into a penalty shootout. And the team that walks away victorious will face either Tanzania or Botswana, the very same team we lost out to in the 2020 Olympic qualifiers out in Tokyo. Coach Desiree Ellis and her troops not looking for that same fate here today. I guess that's a care for when we come back. We take a look at the substitution list and what changes, if any, can be made by Coach Ellis as well as our opponents here today.
I mean, honestly, the German league is the only league worth watching now, isn't it? It's all high-scoring action and crazy moments.
Easy tapping inside that near post. Well, then Danny Olmo keeps his balance. Oh my goodness! A stylish goal by Danny Olmo.
Be immersed and experience it all. Catch all the high-impact action in the Bundesliga live on SABC Sport, DTT Channel 4, OpenView 124, SABC Plus, and also available on sabcsport.com.
What a delivery from Mats Hummels.
This is the first time it's happening in Africa.
That's where we can measure up where we really are.
أكبر فريق في الكرة التونسية من أكبر الفرق الموجودة في القارة الأفريقية.
Enyimba is Nigeria. It brings this energy.
We have talent, and this is the right time to showcase it.
I want Mamelodi Sundowns to conquer Africa.
Angola's style is fighting and very fast players.
والكرة تعبت على الجماهير.
TP Mazembe ni ekipi isha kufanya histoire monde mzima.
عندنا طاقات كبيرة، عندنا طاقات لعابة كبار.
سيمباز تنزانيا.
أي بطولة هي بالنسبة لنا بتبقى أهم بطولة.
I don't think the game of football on the African continent will ever be the same.
Welcome back. We are still bringing you the live encounter, the 2024 Women's Olympic qualifiers, South Africa up against DR Congo. Mark, we look at the first 45 minutes. We've gone through some of the opportunities that could have found the back of the net for either one of the two sides. What would you like to see change in the second 45 minutes?
I think we just need to move the ball a lot quicker. I think we need to show up for one another a lot quicker. You can see some of the ladies on the ball, but they don't have options, so they're delaying. And it's not because they don't want to play it, but they're not showing up for one another quick enough.
Yeah.
I'd love to see someone like Kolosa Biana get on the field, in the midfield there. We need someone to just control things, and she's really good at that.
Coach, for you, on your end?
I think I'd like to keep the very same team because they are doing good. I see they are also playing the, interplay very nicely, but they just need to know when they need to shoot and release the ball. Once they understand in the field of play, if I'm in the attacking third, what do I need to do? Head up before I get the ball. I need to, okay, I'm in here, I can shoot. They are playing international football. It's not the first time for them being in the field. So for me, I'd like to see the very same team.
All right,
No
very
changes.
same team, but Coach was concerned there about where Wendy Shongwe is being made to play today. Let's take you back to the Orlando Stadium for the second 45. In commentary, we've got the hands of safety Gloria Brown alongside Tuli Yapaguzineti Mia.
Asibonge kakhulu uMangcobo isombe sesibili sizosuka nakanjani la esigodini sikaMaminzela umdlalo oqualifyela ama Olympics azobe lapha eParis ngonyaka ozayo. DRC nelizwe laseNingizimu Afrika siyekhefini City North eNingizimu Afrika North iDRC umlenze wesibili lo umlenze woqala owawulapha eDRC waphela ngedraw ka-1-1 namhlanje umlenze wesibili ngesombe soqala sibone iNingizimu Afrika ingena kuvalwa amehlo kuleli yapali lase DRC kodwa ayilutho igoli asilibonanga. uThembi Khatlana uyena umdlali oba namathuba amaningi okuthi ashaye igoli kodwa hayi cha akakwenzanga ke lokho ngesombe ke esoqala sobona ke lesombe ukuthi ke ikuphi omqeqeshi Desiree Ellis akhulumile neqembu lakhe kuthe nge half time ngabona la ibhenchi ke linyakaza bekunyakaza ukholo sabiyana kunyakaza futhi nokuthula uFaith ngabona futhi no Aisha Musa ingane University of Johannesburg edlale kahle kakhulu kule season iHollywood Bet Super League. Aisha oshintsho kodwa womabili amaqembu alukho abalenzile. eNingizimu Afrika iyahlasela nanguShongwe odlale kahle kakhulu ngesombe esoqala. Kukhona isikhathi la ke wakhuphuka waze wangena eboxini wathi uyakhahlela defend iDRC efuna ukuthola igoli lokuqala egqoke imbala eyase eNingizimu Afrika. Oyelo uShongwe odlala eqenjini lamaTax throw ini ye DRC. Asibone nje manje ke lebhola ke likaLinda Mohlalo olibeka kuGundi nange phasela izitha ke uGundi. Asibone manje ke la Naomi Kabakaba ejibane ngakwesokunxele manje Ruth Kipoyi. Kipoyi ke uyingozi. Asibone Kipoyi ofuna indlela nange engena ke laphana ke phezulu kwamathilane Kipoyi osama ukushaya ugoalkeeper. Ibhola lakhe eliphuma nje kude kakhulu na mapali ka Andile Odlamini 26 years ugijima lapha eTurkey uRuth Kipoyi eqenjini leGalatasaray. Andile Edlamini ubuyile eqenjini lesizwe emva kwesikhathi eside. Indawo ithethwa uKaylin Oswald. Karabo Dlamini oyalincenga lapha emuva manje oKarabo Dlamini omunye futhi umdlali odlala iposition angayijwayeli center back ngoba Karabo Dlamini simazi nje ke left back thina. Asibone manje ke nanku elwina ke ibhola lapha Natasha Boyengwa. Asibone nje DRC waselintshontsha Malin. Asibone manje ke lapha uyayivala indlela uCesane uyabaphoqa ukuthi ababuyele ngasekhaya kodwa banenkani abadlali base DRC. Boyengwa nange lifake eboxini eliphakeme iflag iflag offside. Awuthi siphinde siyibone le offside awuyona impela ayiyona impela abayibone kahle onompempe. Lona Themba Mhlongo uyayiphakamisa manje uMhlongo obethi ufuna lapha Nicole Michael throw in uye futhi Nicole Michael uyaphosa kodwa ke liya vinjwa. Eminye imidlalo ezobe idlalwa kusasa imleze yesibili ngaphansi kwawo lama qualifiers. Ethiopia izodlala neNigeria emlenzeni lokuqala umdlalo waphela ngedraw ka-1-1. eNamibia neMorocco kusasa futhi bayadlala emlenzeni lokuqala iMorocco yanqoba ngo-2-0. Umlenze omunye wesibili ozodlalwa kusasa iTanzania neBotswana. iTanzania yawina umlenze wokuqala ngo-2-0. iUganda neCameroon. iUganda umlenze wokuqala yawunqoba ngo-2-0. iGhana neBenin. iGhana yanqoba umlenze wokuqala ngo-3-0. imidlalo ke ezobe ikusasa leyo eyemlenze yesibili ozonqoba la uzodlala nozowina phakathi kweTanzania neBotswana. Sibone manje umkhuthuzo lidla ngesithende isithende sakhe sindawo. Asibone nje la ukuthi wenze njani Linda Mohlalo base bemthathela. Kajinga asibone manje ke iNingizimu Afrika ifuna ukungena lapha ngakwesokudla astrong kakhulu uCaptain Danny Ngoyi. Vimba Nicole Michael bambona ngomlenze wokuqala ukuthi uyingozi Nicole Michael. Goalkeeper azangadlale emlenzeni lokuqala namhlanje uyaqala Nganita. DRC Boyengwa uyalincenga manje uBoyengwa ofuna indlela yaphambili. iBoyengwa waselintshontsha uShongwe. Asibone Shongwe uyiqala lapha emuva kumhlongo. Asibone injomane kaMgabi Mhlongo ophakamisa amehlo umhlongo uthola laphana ke uNoxolo Cesane bobabili badlalela iUWC iyaphinjwa iphasi kaCesane ibuya manje no Natasha Boyengwa asibone ke la ukuthi wenze njani Mawanda oyavimba emuva Karabo Dlamini breadwinner emlenzeni oqala eDRC azange abonakale namhlanje akakagqami ke la oHilda Amagaya ibhola lika Andile Dlamini lide nali lisala ngemuva manje kuGermany ngenhlanhla nangu ukhona Hilda uyaliveza ke Hilda uthola uPikinini asibone uThembi bayamvimba futhi throw ini yeNingizimu Afrika ohlezi phansi Natasha uBoyengwa awuthi sibone ke la ethinteke khona obemaka uThembi ona 24 years udlala lapha eBenini eqenjini elibizwa ngeLasos hlezi phansi ke manje abosizo loqala abayangena abazombheka nangu umqeqeshi umi ngenyawo Marcelo kaDiamba ofuna uqopha umlando ngale qembu lase DRC ukuthi kube ngokokuqala elithatha elifaka kuma Olympics kodwa indlela yabo kufanele iqala idlule la kuNingizimu Afrika uyabona manje bahlanganisa amakhanda yibo kabalandela bakhona ke la enkundleni abazokweseka iNingizimu Afrika bakhona esigodini sikaMamizela abalandeli ke abalithandayo ke ibhola sibone manje la uThembi ofuna ukudlula bambeka phansi free kick yeNingizimu Afrika awuhlezi phansi iPikinini awuhlezi phansi iThembi Khatlana awuthi sibone futhi bekuyi-throw in uThembi edlula ngenkani base bembeka phansi asibone le free kick ubani ozoshaya le free kick nangu Nicole Michael goalkeeper Anganita ulungisa lo liyadonga alwe DRC olungisa udonga lase DRC ake sibone nangeshiya ke Nicole bayishiya noXolo Cesane asibone i-free kick kaNoxolo nange iphakamisa idefender eboxini ingozi ayikakasuki kodwa baseke belixosha lihlangana futhi naye ke uNoxolo asibona aphe namandla laphana ke uRuti Kipoyi nanti ke manje offside Jermaine siyo posinwe offside osahlezi phansi uRuti Kipoyi nanga labe litshontshe khona ke ibhola obuya ku offside position Ruth Kipoyi obe uhlupho kakhulu emlenzeni oqala othintekile awuthi siphinde ke sibone nangu la ehlala phansi 26 years udlala eTurkey kwiGalatasaray amagama akode emdlalisa kabi bamhlanganyela abenaye la uNoxolo uCesane kusho ukuthi ke bambonile ukuthi inkinga yomdlali uma ngabe efika ebholeni abadlali baseNingizimu Afrika basuke sebekhona nangu Desri omi ngenyawo oDesri Elisi kukhona isayini ayenzayo ke lapha khombisa ke abadlali bakhe oDesri Elisi 10 minutes uphelile nothi iNingizimu Afrika nothi DRC Gloria awutshele mina uma ngabe lo mdlalo uphela ngale draw ka not ithini imithetho yalo mdlalo Gloria.
Well, truly, you basically are looking at the home and away matches, obviously to determine the overall aggregate of those particular results. And should the two teams be level after that second leg regulation time. Then 30 minutes of extra time will be played. If the score is still level after extra time, then you have the penalty shootout. So that is basically the rules of the competition. So 55 minutes on the clock, 0-0 the scoreline. If it stays as is, basically, they will go to extra time. If extra time still can't separate the two and it is remaining as is, you go straight to penalty shootout. So the journey continues as that strike comes in. It is a thriller in this particular match as we see the two sides going at each other. Siopho fencing a shot. It's absolutely pivotal as the qualifiers have reached the stage of the competition. 5 African countries have played in the Women's Olympic Football Tournament. This is basically since 1996 in Atlanta. You'll remember that there was Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia and Zimbabwe were the countries who have featured in the Olympics. So we're still out. 2 spots are available. On the edge of the box, the fight is on, the strength hacked away. Siopho coming in rather deep. This is when you need players like Siopho in the box rather than in the defensive third of the match. Dlamini Pesane bundled off the ball. Kubina Kalala, the player to have just bundled Pesane off the ball. Tembi Khatana, keeper comes out, makes a save. Hacked away as far as Linda Mutalo. Pesane! Oh, in the hands of Bridget. Lovely strike by Pesane. Ball over the top. Tembi Khatane had thought she lost that ball. Available on the right-hand side, making space for herself. Keeper came out, spread it herself. That ball, as Linda made a hash of it, but Pesane did ever so well to whip that ball back into play. It is getting tighter and tighter. Linda struggling a bit. The crowd trying to get involved and to spur on the ladies. They need the 12th man. Never has been a time when Banyana Banyana need a 12th man. They need the voices of the fans as the Congo comes up launching, giving away possession. Michaels, overcooked, Michaels taken out. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. It's a throw in. Throw in for Banyana Banyana. Figile Makama. Makama decides to run it. Intercepted by Kasaj. As far as Kipoy, good control. Pesane gets involved. Pesane leaves it for Figile Makama. Nicole Michael giving chase, using the pace. Michaels. Pressure is on, going safety first. She gives away the throw-in. This is the 6th edition of the CAF Women's Olympic qualifiers. Makama, Michaels looking for space, gets the corner. Can Banyana Banyana use it. This match has fast reached the 1 hour mark. 0-0 the scoreline. Nicole Michaels playing a football for TS Galaxy. Bridget has done well. Karabo Dlamini to take the corner. Dlamini floated in the box. Header off the line. Magaia fights on. Lesana goes in. Lesana claiming that she went for. She went for the ball. Lesana needing a bit of strength in the midfield. Colossa came on for Hilda Magaia. There's a bit of bite in that midfield, needing players to compete. Lesana losing out. Lesana losing out. Here's a lovely challenge. Comes out of it. There's Colossa. Finds Sioposingwe. Sioposingwe using a stride. Available is Lesana. Michael's also on the right hand side. Lesana is the obvious choice. Lesana does well. Keeper comes out. Lesana plays it back to looking for Nicole Michaels. Looking for Nicole Michaels. Keeper comes out. Makes it rather difficult for Lesana. It was a lovely ball. But keeper came out winning that race, and again, keeper does well. Bridget has really been a menace in that goalkeeping area, communicating well with the players. That's the earlier attempt, which went comfortably into the hands of the keeper. It's a long ball, one in the midfield. Wendy Shongwe doing well, clipped by Kipoi. It's Karabo Dlamini. Lesane does well. Makama. Nicole Michaels playing the 1-2. Makama's available, stretching her strides across on the edge of the box. It's still on the edge of the box. Player brought down unfairly, says the referee, as Kaba Kaba, who is the player to have been adjudged. It's a foul on Wendy Shongwe. As a fact, it's Kipoi showing a strength. Wendy Shongwe going down. Wendy looking for Mutalo. Little too much. That ball is overcooked. We spoke of the pitch being a lot faster due to the conditions. So definitely an adjustment to the game in terms of the passes. High press by Tembi Khatan. Lesane tries to win it back. Karabo Dlamini. It's Katinja. Katinja. She has Shongwe. Wonderful work by Shongwe to stop Katinja in her tracks. Katinja, Wendy cutting ground. Nothing wrong with the challenge, says the referee. Again, comfortably into the hands of Dlamini, who's had a bit of a quiet 10 minutes. Launches the attack. Piccanini, ball bouncing in the air, losing out to Natasha Boyengwa. There's nothing wrong with that, as Lona Temba Mhlongo just heads that ball far away, hacks that ball far away. 0-0 the scoreline at the Orlando Stadium. The fans who have come out in their numbers to embrace this occasion, try and push Banyana Banyana over the line. Truly, definitely what they need are those voices.
sethembe ukuthi ke njengoba abadlali la enkundleni bayababona abalandeli ukuthi basemva kwabo bashaya ingoma abakalahli ithemba bazowenza umsebenzi inamathuba amaningi iningizimu Afrika ukuthi nje mase befika lapha eboxini oThembi ibhola livele libadukela sibone nango Germany asibone uyadlula lapha lapha ke kukhulu asibone siyo Bosenwe ngene boxini nange libeka lapha ngaphakathi eboxini kodwa ke baningi futhi abadlali base DRC Germany siyo Bosenwe awubheke nje la eqhamuka khona naleli bhola walifaka eboxini ubekhona uHatlana ayikhona kodwa alangafika kuyena sibone uShongwe unomdlalo omuhle ngendlela eyisimanga uShongwe namhlanje libuyela kuyena futhi uShongwe Motlalo ufuna indlela ivaliwe ubuyela kuyena futhi uShongwe uyalibiza asibone manje le ya 10 yinhle nangu uJermaine cishe bambeka phansi kuzoba ikhona yeningizimu Afrika yeningizimu Afrika iyenze ushintsho ibreadwinner bayikhiphile bafaka uKholosa obiyana sibonele khona Nicole Michael uzothatha ikhona nangu goalkeeper la uBridget Nganitha badlala ishot corner naba bephamisa befaka eboxini uthini unompepe lapha kuthiwa ibhola lase DRC Bilange ovukulu uhlezi phansi odlalela iTP Mazembe khona lapha eDRC uyasukuma kodwa la uvukulu awuthi sibone lebhola lika Motlalo ubekhona uKholosa uye odlale kabi ubiyana othathe indawo ye-breadwinner Belange Vukulu free kick yase DRC Ongoyi uyayiphakamisa captain na Angel beka phansi kamnandi manje uKholosa iFox ibhola likaKholosa lihle asibone ukuthi uyalithola na Nicole uyalithola Nicole ufuna indlela nangu manje eqeda umuntu eboxini Nicole goalkeeper uyalithatha uyalishwiba ngokusheshsha bafuna Grace Mfwanga liyamphunyuka iyacindezela iningizimu Afrika Shongwe asibone uShongwe ofuna ibhola elide eboxini uShongwe nange liphakamisa liphithwa nje kalula Beni kuphiyena uyiqala kuyena futhi Vukulu Shongwe uyalivimba asibone manje ke la ukuthi uzolithola leli bhola uMichael cha alifika ibhola kuMichael ilithathile iDRC uthi noMpepe awudlala uqhubeke naba manje ke bayahlasela lapha kabakaba asibone le ya 10 manje ekaKipoyi nangu Kipoyi nangeliveza goalkeeper uyaphuma uDlamini obefuna kanjinga awuthi siphinde ke sibone le bhola lika Nicole qeda umuntu ngale Nicole obheke nje waselifaka lapha eboxini washo ukuthi ke ugoalkeeper ukhona la eduze ogadile Bridget Nganitha skillfully ke Nicole kufanele mawuza kuyena ucabange kabili ngoba uzokubukisa nehlwele Nicole Michael asibone manje ke la ulona Themba Mhlongo uyakuphakamisa manje ke Mhlongo obefuna yena futhi Nicole Michael Bridget Nganitha lide ibhola lakhe lihlangana noShongwe nanke manje uyancenga uShongwe benogundi base bethola umhlongo eningizimu Afrika ifuna ukuphuma nalo lapha emuva manje Shongwe yabapressa iDRC Shongwe omuhle umdlalo kaShongwe ofuna Linda Motlalo elikhiphela ngaphandle iDRC throw in ye Banyana Linda Motlalo uyaliphosa ufuna uThembi bambimba nje uThembi ilithathile iDRC kanjinga uthola manje Ruth Kipoyi base bemthathela nanke phasali izitha ke umhlongo Malin Kasach bamhlalisa kabi Thembi Khatlana odlalisa kabi Malin Kashinga iyasusa iDRC Aruti Kipoyi asibone Kipoyi obuya nalo lapha uHlamini Sipho Senwe bambeka phansi free kick le noma kuthiwani free kick le yeNingizimu Afrika abamhlalise kabi eshemeni Sipho Senwe iyashintsha iDRC iyashintsha manje iDRC Tikisha oyangena nangu bemkhipha uGrace umshayeli wegoli lo lase DRC emlenzeni lokuqala bamkhipha kungena manje ke uEsther Tikisha oshintsho lokuqala lase DRC lase lalithi phola Nicole Katana nalithuba labhakuzi nethi ufikini lo ithemba akalathi wani banyana banyana nothi iDR Congo goal number 28 egqoke ibala yeqembu lesizwe uKhatlana belibonakala vele ukuthi liyeza beyiqonqoza iqonqozile ibanyana banyana ithi vulani lapha emuva DRC ayineli yabhola ngiyakutshela poison webhola iphasi kaKholosa akanamona uNicole nasemlenzeni lokuqala uye owaphasa ibhola wanikeza uThembi abeke kaligejeleli uma kuthiwa beligejeleli bekuzosho ukuthi uloyi uThembi Khatlana kungasekho umuntu kanje epalini ibilidinga elegoli iNingizimu Afrika ibicindezela kakhulu ifaka enkulu incindezi kule defense yase DRC wani ibanyana banyana nothi iDRC nangehlala phansi ke la uDlamini uvele nje andile uSticks ujabule kakhulu waxhuma walimala ubheke manje i-injury njengenasidingo emva kwesikhathi eside kangaka engekho eqenjini lesizwe uvele nje ulimala eyedwa uAndile Dlamini asethembe ukuthi uzosukuma nangu Desiree Ellis okhuluma nesekela lakhe thina sonke Mbuli babhekile ukuthi isimo sika Andile Dlamini sinjani okhona uKaylin Swart lapha ebenchini i-reserve goalkeeper Moletsane goalkeeper weRoyal AM ukhona yabona abalandeli balokhu beyishaye njalo ingoma bebehlele benali ithemba ukuthi ibanyana banyana izolishaya igoli nangempela balibeka phakathi osukumile ke manje uDlamini waqhubeka nomdlalo asibone manje Nicole Michael Thembi Khatlana akayibhala ebuya nayo uyalibiza umkhuthuzi hayi Thembi wafana wayiqala emuva kangaka bekhona abantu eduze kwakhe asibone manje iFox leli bhola kube lifikile la delithumela khona uKholosa bekuzokhulunywa enye indaba ongene nomkhulu umehluko oKholosa abiyana throw in wendishongwe banikeza manje eCesana inhle touch kaCesana wacontrola kamnandi ibhola yinhle ne10 ekaba mohlalo nangu futhi uKholosa bamvala bethu ekhahlelela ipali lapha uKholosa throw in yeNingizimu Afrika ngokhona umdlalo hlezi phansi wase DRC Naomi Kabakaba uyasukuma kodwa Kabakaba uyasukuma uyaqhubeka nomdlalo awuthi sibone la uye odlalise kabi la uKholosa abiyana usele 15 minutes ukuthi iNingizimu Afrika idlulele phambili kulama qualifiers asibone lo mnyakazo ka Kholosa sakushaya goalkeeper cishe walibeka phakathi one iningizimu Afrika nothi DRC ungenile uKholosa manje kuyezwakala Gloria.
The impact of Kholosa in the midfield has almost been felt immediately by her teammates, winning the battle in that role and making sure that there's stability. It allows the freedom to Linda Mutlalo, who has to move forward and combine well with players like Nicole Michaels, Nokola Klesan. Very well worked goal with a beautiful piece of supply from Kholosa. Siopasingwe, Jermaine eliminates Vukubi. They need the ball in the midfield. Corner for Banyana Banyana. Siopasingwe taking on the players, and why not? Vukubi couldn't really keep up. The chase was on. Esther Dikicha also tried to chase him. Corner, South Africa. It's Kasane to take the corner. They have 5 yellow jerseys in the box up against 8 players. 3 on the line, 5 in the big box. Thembi Khatlane got married in this match. 1 in the air. When I talk about marriage in the match, you're looking at a player like Bongebra, Natasha, the brilliance of Kholosa winning that ball. Won it back by DR Congo. Esther on the ball. Here's a chance for the DRC. On the left-hand side, it's a Kabakaba. Kabakaba giving chase. She has Fikile Magama alongside her, slowing the pace a little. Pickpocketed yet again. Kholosa, the engine. They call her the bulldozer. What do you call her? Amanda Andile Dlamini. South Africa finding the spaces. It's Hilda. It's Linda Mutlalo. Mutlalo going to Magama. Magama looking for Nicole Michaels. Nicole Michaels. The Gautrain. Nicole Michaels not backing out when you look at that battle. David versus Goliath in terms of size. Whipped into the box, keeper collects. South Africa enjoying this moment of pressure. As the pressure forcing the errors, Thembi Khatlane wins the ball back. Kasane was available and ready to receive. Wendy, who's had a blinder of a game in defense. Yes, Siopasingwe. She needs the numbers. Siopasingwe. Available is Thembi Khatlane. Khatlane takes a shot. Missing narrowly. Thembi Khatlane. Siopasingwe. When you're looking at the bench of South Africa, questions been asked of when does Noktula come in. She's a player that South Africa's been asking for. They want to see play for Blackburn. Here's Michaels. She's cutting in. Michaels is very quick to whip in that cross. One back by Magama. Fikile Magama. Another ball in the danger box. Khatlane. Yes, Siopasingwe. Enough time to kill that ball, to trap and pick a spot. Siopasingwe doesn't get it on target. A delicious ball from Magama. And that ball just skidding off the side of her boots. Disappointed, but will keep at it. There's a full stop in the midfield. There's a full stop. There's a full stop for Banyana Banyana. Out to the right. It's a Kipoi. Kipoi against Wendy Shongwe. Kipoi. Wendy Shongwe. Wendy Shongwe wins the battle. Kipoi. Shongwe. Here's the Siopasingwe. Siopasingwe. Kipoi also standing her ground. Kipoi going to Vukubi. Vukulu. Won by Magama. As far as Mutalo, when the Shongwe giving chase, will keep it in place as Shongwe picks her head up, will carry it if she likes. She's looking for a runner. Nobody's making the runs for South Africa up front. Full stop. The Fox. Dlamini. Available is Dlamini. Player down. Colossa Piana. Colossa Piana. You know when you talk about someone stealing, that was a little hand, and she had to take one for the team. Banyana Banyana were outnumbered. South Africa won. Kasaj takes the free kick over the bar. Questions been asked as that ball continued to rise way over the bar, and Dlamini looks on, and she believes that the job is done with 10 minutes to go to the 90 plus referee's optional time. Banyana definitely need to take this ball up front. 2-1 is the scoreline in terms of aggregate. 1-0 at the Orlando Stadium. Lovely touch by Kasai. Puff and pass. Michaels is lurking away by Kasaj. One by Magama. Desan battling away with the Kubina Kalala. Throw in for South Africa. Kabakaba. She's looking on is Naomi Kabakawa. Magama takes a throw in. Desana in front of the referee is bundled down. Nokolo Desana. This being a 35th cap, she's got 4 goals, is Nokolo. Who also has a twin in Sinokolo. You also got the twins Tubelile and Spelele, Spumelele, Shamase. We're blessed with some twins, and they play their football in the Hollywood Bets. Tube, no Tume. The Hollywood Bets, they're definitely setting the scene alight. They were part of the COSAFA tournament that took place. Puff and pass. Doesn't it look beautiful? Tembi Khatana peeling away, but beaten to the ball by Natasha. Kipoy. Mutalo. Mutalo wins the free kick. Still remonstrating is Kipoy. Linda stayed down. Linda won the ball. In actual fact, Kipoy just nibbling on the ankle yet again of Linda. But good that the referee was very close to the action. Free kick to Banyana Banyana. Looking for a ticket into the 3rd round, waiting for the winner between Botswana and Tanzania. When you look at that fixture, it is an advantage to Tanzania, who were leading by 2-0 in the 1st round. Tanzania, if the scoreline remains as is, Tanzania will be up against South Africa. And that will be between the 19th and the 28th of February next year. That is the 3rd round. Still looking for the ticket to France. 5 African countries have played in the Olympics since Atlanta. Cameroon, Ghana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa, and Nigeria. Who's next? The jury is still out. Ghana battling it out. Tyson, Michaels! Lovely floated ball by Tesane to find Michaels. Michaels running into a brick wall there. Thuli had my eyes closed for a moment as Nicole Michaels is really been working hard. Corner for Banyana Banyana. Keeper comes out, still wobbling, and another corner. In actual fact, the assistant referee on the far side says goal kick. Thuli angas when we bone kanjani.
Goal kick ngempela yase DRC sekuseduze phambili asibone nje laphana ke okholosa uvele nje wangena waqeda yonke lokuqanasa akade kwenziwa iDRC lapha esingini center uyazi vele uma nje sengena ukholosa bambiza ibulldozer bambiza ipitbull ngoba uyabahlafuna abantu emaqakaleni asibone le through ball aliphakeme neflag offside. Thembi Khatlana nali flag likamsizi kaNompempe iyashintsha iDRC impela iOffside impela iOffside iyashintsha iDRC iyashintsha manje iDRC kungena oshintsho benza inguquko ezimbili Isabeli Diakisi uyangena ukanjinga umgadli uyaphuma nangu futhi ke no ila uKiteko oyangena kabakaba oyaphuma oshintsho lweDRC shintsho olisheshayo lolu ilanga liyabashonela asibone nje laphana ke emuva uDeningoi oyayiphakamisa manje oyalithatha kholosa ngishilo ngathi ke ungenile ukholosa ngathi senzele iDRC eswini kholosa ngeke azakuyeke naba beliphakamisa manje Shongwe kodwa kukho umuntu la elithumela khona oShongwe goalkeeper uyalithatha nganitha Magama Mkhuthuzi bambeka phansi free kick yeNingizimu Afrika. Ifuna ukwenza ushintsho neNingizimu Afrika nanga ukholosa edlaliswa kabi uBenny Kubyena noXolo Cesane. Morocco wayekhuthuza abantu iNigeria imphuphi ngishilele asibone manje ke ibhola nangu Nicole Michael nakalifaka eboxini Khatlana yabakuzi nethi bayigqobile manje iDRC abhaliwe amakhethini manje uphelile ke iDRC ngeke izibuye la Nicole Michael umfuswe nyamazane akanabona Nicole Michael ufele nje alibeke endleleni kaThembi athi Thembi imihlaba nje uhle awuqedela umsebenzi kholosa biyana futhi ubuhlangano bokukholosa uvele nje wabona ukuthi nangu Nicole le Africa kick wayithatha wayibeka kuyena amagoli omabili eNingizimu Afrika aqala kukholosa bese liya ku Nicole Michael aqedele uThembi Khatlana nelokuqala kube into efanayo 2-0 score yashintsha iBanyana Banyana Gabriela Salgado oyangena Salgado Nicole Michael oyaphuma manje wenzile umsebenzi naseDRC emlenzeni lokuqala wawenza namhlanje ama-assist amabili uphuma nawo Nicole Michael umdlali weTS Galaxy yabona ibhenji lonke yasukuma liyamjabulela liyambonga asibone manje nangu Khatlana uye badlala ngale manje nje bengasekho Nicole nangu uKhatlana ukuthiwa akabamenzanga lutho Magama kuthiwa kuzoba i-throw in yase yase-DRC 90 minutes isihlangene to South Africa not i-DRC iBanyana Banyana kwi-round elandelayo izodlala nozophumelela phakathi kweTanzania neBotswana. First round iTanzania yanqoba ngo-2-0. Amathuba okuthi iNingizimu Afrika idlale neTanzania ku-round elandelayo maningi kakhulu. Asibone nangula uVukulu oyishiya manje nakuKipoyi. Kipoyi ufuna ukudlula kuShongwe ayikhona uShongwe akudlulwa namhlanje lapha kuShongwe. uShongwe udlala ngathi kade ayidlala leya position left back. Angathi kade wayedlala leya ndawo uShongwe kanti cha akuyona iposition yakhe. Akekho uyabona uKipoyi indlela wayehlupha ngakhona eDRC namhlanje uShongwe akazenze lutho ngoba noShongwe unejubane. uShongwe skillful. uShongwe ibhola enyaweni uyadlala futhi naba bembeka phansi uShongwe oNompepe uthi ibhola advantage na ibulldozer iPitbull Kholosa Biyana. Asibone manje ke la oModlalo Magama yahlehla manje iNingizimu Afrika. Salgado Magama kuthiwa akube i-throw in yase-DRC. I-throw in yase-DRC iyasondela futhi iyaliphosa i-DRC. Mawanda asibone manje ke uModlalo bayamhlanganyela abaningi nangezomelekelela la oMagama balithatha kuSalgado yalithatha ibulldozer yaphasa kahle manje iPitbull Kholosa Biyana. Sibone manje siyophosene naye i-throw ball nakuhlahlana phakene nogoalkeeper usebenzile Kanita okuba kaphumanga kuleli yapali ubezophambana nalo ugoalkeeper wase-DRC. Awubheke nje leya through ball awubheke ijubane okuba nje ugoalkeeper ke wahlala kancane epalini ubezozwa ngendaba kundi Karabo Dlamini. Asibone nje iNingizimu Afrika Modlalo bayibuyisela kuKholosa nange awufikile eMagama base benikeza manje la uLinda Modlalo. Hayibo u-offside phela uThembi uyazibona futhi naye isikhathi esengeziwe naso siyaphela. Ngibona befuna ukwenza ushintsho base-DRC. Nayile offside iyashintsha i-DRC. Oyaphuma manje uKipoyi kungena manje laphana kaDebora. Asibone manje ke nayi ke i-DRC yancenga waselithatha manje bamdlalisa kabi futhi uCesane. I-free kick uzobaphinda la uKholosa nangu bemdlalisa kabi uCesane. I-free kick yeBanyana Banyana oNompepe wavele wawuqeda umdlalo. Second half enhle kakhulu kuNingizimu Afrika uyishintshile 2-0 score idlulela phambili iNingizimu Afrika. Aggregate score le i-3-1 amagoli amabili akaThembi Kgatlana ngesombe sesibili. Nicole Michael nangu Kholosa ugene wawushintsha umdlalo amagoli aqhamuke kuyena waphasa wanikeza Nicole Michael. oNicole wase waphasela uThembi Kgatlana wawuqedela umsebenzi. Full time score 2 Ningizimu Afrika not i-DRC. Ake sibone ke ukuthi ama-stats athini ngoba iNingizimu Afrika ngesombe sesibili ibigijima phezukwayo i-DRC. Obheke nje i-ball possession 66% ku-34 ma-goal attempts laphana ke 15 kwangu-6 eNingizimu Afrika. Uphelile ke umdlalo esigodini sikaMamizela. Sithatha zonke intambo sizibuyisela estudio.
This month on 2, we'll do our best to raise the hairs on the back of your neck. Enter the world's most inhospitable jungle.
Will the real snake stand up?
Where anyone can stab you in the back. Explore the darkest corners of a twisted mind.
Her death was, make no mistake, a punishment.
A dangerous challenge lurks behind a tranquil facade.
Please let me go. I promise I won't tell anyone.
While a killer and a detective wage war in a personal vendetta.
I'm ready for another shot at the bastard who put me in this bed.
Hair-raising thrills, spine-tingling chills this October on 2.
This Saturday on SABC2, something special for those who love weddings.
Okay, everybody ready?
However, you may love weddings. But if you find that you're always a bridesmaid, never a bride, things might get a little desperate. Katherine Heigl in 27 Dresses, Saturday 6:30, SABC2.
Mother and son, dead in the same spot, 8 months apart.
Next on Lincoln Rhyme.
The body was meticulously clean.
Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing.
I see how you look when you're watching Amelia out there, where you used to go and walk.
This city pulsed in my veins. Every cobblestone path I walked, every rickety stairwell I climbed, now it's all gone.
Lincoln Rhyme, Hunt for the Bone Collector, Saturdays 8:30 on 2.
For the love of the game.
Well, South Africa have managed to move on to the next stage of the 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers. And of course, this is the road to Paris 2024. Thembi Kgatlana, the captain of the team, finding the back of the net twice. And the lady that came into the starting lineup today, Nicole, coming through with 2 assists. I'm still joined in studio by both Coach Anna Wayamunati as well as Mark, the Haskins. The Hastings. Mark, overall, your thoughts on what we've seen in 90 minutes from this Banyana side?
Right. It was one of those moments because for the longest time it looked like we're going to make this a lot harder than it should have been. But ultimately it came through. I said at halftime I think Kolosa Biyana would add real value to this game. And she did just that. I think her introduction changed things completely because she controlled the midfield. And she's able to find the spaces and bring other players into play. Her passing ability made a phenomenal difference in this game because the first goal, it's her ball through in the space. Nicole Michaels, she's one of the greatest exponents of timing her runs. She times it to perfection, gets beyond the defenders, puts it on a platter for Thembi Kgatlana. And that literally just made the nation go.
Yes, we did have a massive sigh of relief there. That's the 29-year-old, of course, of Fox, Kolosa Biyana. But Coach, let's speak to you. Overall, this 90 minutes, what you've seen from this team, is this the team that you see performing well going into the next stage of these qualifiers where we'll either go up against Tanzania or Botswana?
Yeah, I think, especially second half, they come back a complete team. They balanced all the department. They were never like first half where we have the rest attack and then defensive rest. So now you have players that they can read the game very well on the bench, Kolosa. You have Michaels that came back, with the determination, understanding her role. And Thembi is like, now they have a very good combination between Thembi and Kolosa and Michaels, of which is what we need. And when you look at Wendy on the left-hand side, I like the way she was operating and the cover from also Dlamini and the goalkeeper. Sometimes our goalkeeper, she was so smart. She would cool the game and start to build up from the back. Yes. So of which now we have almost a complete team for me. We can wait for any team to come and play against.
All right, and of course, this South African team would either take on Tanzania or Botswana. And we speak of a Kolosa Biyana, Mark, because this is a player that was at UWC, but it was after the World Cup that she was snatched up by Sundowns.
Yeah, I mean, her performance at the World Cup was sensational because, she never looked at any point like she was out of her depth and competing against renowned global players. She performed with aplomb. And you know, when you're solid in the midfield, when you have someone who's solid defensively, but on the ball doesn't lose it cheaply, it just adds value to the team, because now players can get into the right spaces because they know it's the type of player who can find them. You're not running for nothing. When you make that run, there's actually someone on the ball who can, you know, find the pass and pick, you know, the exact right pass with the right weight on the pass. And that's exactly what she offers us. And the stability she brought, I think, was the difference ultimately in getting the result.
So in this encounter, she was either your Archie Snyman, or she was your Kwaka Smith, or she was your Oxen Chair, coming in to just clean everything up and make all the difference. Let's now take a look, though, at some of the key moments that came through this encounter, particularly focusing on the second half of this clash. We see here the South African side coming through in the 56th minute, Jermaine Sioposinwe, who made her way back into the starting 11 as well today.
And she does beautifully. The change that happened once we took Hilda Machaya out, Jermaine now came in to operate on that left flank. And you can see there, she does beautifully from the flank, beats 2 or 3 defenders, and then just tries to bend it into that far post. She doesn't quite get the swerve on it that she would have liked, but that's the Jermaine we know. And, you know, when she comes from wide, cutting in, she's always going to be dangerous.
Always going to be dangerous there as a Jermaine. But coach, when I game I mean, I think until we got to that first opening goal in the 71st minute, and we look at how this DR Congo side was playing, particularly their goalkeeper, because she was the only change that they made from that first leg clash, and she was so crucial to the side in terms of just keeping them in the game.
Yeah, if you are a one-man show, you can't last 90 minutes, remember. You will end up dropping somewhere. And look at the first goal, how Tembi scored. From the build-up, from Kolisa, and then to Michael. Michael, a very good cross where Tembi was there and finished. The goalkeeper, she ended up taking the game by herself. Sometimes you need to wait and say, you know what, this South African team, they are no longer keeping the ball too much. They play, they let the ball do the talking. So stay on the line. But with the players that we have, Tembi, Michaels, look at that. She's coming out, closing. But until when? The cover was there as well.
Tembi, if you look at some of the chances she had in the first half as well, she was point blank, one-on-one with the keeper. Ngimita came out beautifully, thwarted her. Again, she does the same thing here. Timing of coming off her line, she did that really well today. It's quite a few times where she was able to intercept balls that were meant for our strikers. So she did exceptionally well. The scoreline could have read a lot differently, and it should have been more comfortable. And Ngamita is a big part of why the scoreline's not a bigger difference.
And just sorry, coach, before we go into the next talking point in terms of South Africa's chances, because really the second half was just chance after chance for Eningizimu Africa. Let's speak about the 23-year-old Nicole. What do you make of her performance here today? Because she's also one we haven't been seeing a lot building up to now.
But the second half, she did very well. She's the player that I know, especially in the Mutlalo. They also combined very well in the midfield. And what I also like about the team second half, they were disciplined in all their positions after they've introduced Colossa. So everybody stayed where they are playing according to their abilities and understanding and their roles. Once we have a players that they can stick to their position and understand with the combination, that is why at the end of the day you get this kind of goals.
Indeed, and Banyana asking all the questions in the second half, and just on the hour mark once again coming through this time around from a set play, and we saw the young Wendy Shongwe here getting a good opportunity. They call her the black ball.
Yeah, one of my favorite players, honestly, in the Hollywood Bets Super League. Obviously plays a trade for Tuks, generally operating as a left winger. Today she was called on to do a job as a left back. She started really shakily, but as the game progressed, she just got better and better with the game. And we saw that she nearly got a goal as well. She rises beautifully, gets a great header on it. And it's the captain of DRC, Ngoi, who actually just stays on a line because the goalkeeper's gone out to try and contest for the ball. She does beautifully to clear the ball off the line. But you really feel gutted for Wendy, because it would have been a great first goal, I think, for a national team. I don't think she scored yet. for the national team. So I felt for her there. I was hoping she'd get on the score sheet.
We all are certainly hoping to see Wendy Shongwe find the back of the net, but certainly a player that keeps on growing in confidence the more that she appears for this national side. It was in the 71st minute that South Africa's captain Bikinini Thembi Kgatlana finally found the back of the net and the opener in this encounter. And we spoke about Nicole, Michael, Kolosa, as well as Thembi playing well together here.
As a striker, you need to be patient. Remember, she kept on she was in a rush and she didn't take time. She missed a lot of chances, but at the end, she ended up scoring goals. Because as a striker, you need to be patient. Your time once come, you'll just finish it. And with that combination from Kolesa, look at the runs. Time running was so beautiful, both of them. And Michael, not selfish. Let the ball to a teammate. So, of which is a very good thing. Look at both of them. They are showing that we are running. The goalkeeper commit.
Yeah.
The goals were open. Thank you very much. You're playing against Thembi.
There was actually a few situations where the goalkeeper commits to close down a play, and if there was somebody following up, we could have scored literally the same goal a few times. But again, it's 3 passes from the back. Nhlongo into Banyana, Banyana into the space, Nicole into the feet of Kgatlana. 3 passes, the length of the field, and that's pretty much how we scored the goal. And it's always just making sure you find the space. Nicole Michaels knows where the space is. She's always looking to run into the space. Thembi, the same thing. Thembi doesn't time her runs quite as well.
Yes.
I think that's something Thembi needs to work on, because she gets caught offside quite a bit. And it's situations where she just needs to bend her run a little bit. But beautiful goal, and ultimately that's what we needed. And I think it could have happened a few more times earlier than that, to calm our nerves a little bit. And
I just don't remember who was on in commentary, whether it was between Gloria Brown or Tulisi Lemia, but it was at that point where the whole of South Africa said, Yabagu Zinetsi! And it was, of course, Thembi Kgatlana finding the back of the net. But we still had other opportunities coming in the second half. And the next one, we see Keys of Keys, the 30-year-old South African player getting a good opportunity. And we spoke about her earlier, Jermaine Sipasino, coming back into the starting 11 and the impact that she's had in this clash here today.
Second half, she came a different player, honestly speaking. She was more involved compared to the first half. Look where, I think technically, she wanted to kill the ball. Unfortunately, she twisted her waist. That's when she hit the ball with the, the shoelace. But if she didn't twist
the shoelace, coach.
Yeah, shoelace. I'm talking about the technique.
He's going with the lace.
Okay, you come. One day will be the coach one swaraker. Because you need to quit. Just give it like.
I mean, Mark, we also look at Jermaine, the type of player that she is and what she brings to the side. Good opportunity she had here today, but also she didn't play with this team in the first leg. So for her, it was also just getting in and trying to gel in with the team that played previously. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously she had to sort a few things out at a club in Mexico where she plays, so she wasn't able to travel with the team to DR Congo. But she comes in, and obviously her experience is pivotal to this team. And she always, people always, they're indifferent when it comes to Jermaine, but I think she's a valuable member of this team. And I think she knows that she should have done better. She should have made sure that she gets that one on target. Let the keeper make a save. You want to make sure that those at least on target and make someone work there.
Look at the way it started with Shonga, actually. Shonga, where she was playing at the left back. She played to Kolisa. Kolisa played to where Michael was coming. And look where it ended up. There they go.
I think Nicole just needed to be a little braver in that one. I think she pulls out of that one slightly. If she's a little braver, she gets a cleaner contact on the ball. You'll see right there. She doesn't quite commit to it. And I think, obviously, the on-rushing Gamita puts her off a bit. But she just needs to be a little braver there, get a proper contact on it. She could have cut it back for Thembi again, or she could have gone for goal. Either way, it just needed her to be a little braver in that instance.
And win the penalty.
And she could even have won the penalty.
And win the penalty, says Coach. But Coach, we speak about a Nicole Michael, and we see her here getting this national team call-up. And we're seeing almost a different type of Nicole Michael that we see generally in the colours of Royal AM.
Yeah, I think being in the Banyana from the, the COSAFA, the confidence, and you can see the way, even the first leg, she came with that ball where Thembi Kgatlana scored. Today is the same combination again. The confidence, the speed, the technique, the cross. She knows how to weigh the passes into the penalty spot, where knowing that Thembi Kgatlana will be there. And look at that combination. First touch, boom, in.
Same three players.
Same three players. Let's take it through Tog now.
It's literally Colosa Biana who plays that pass into, and it's from a dead ball. The weight of her pass, and a lot of times we say that because you can play the pass, but then you play it too hard or too soft. Colosa, what separates her is because the weight of a pass is inch perfect.
Yes.
Into the space for Nicole. Nicole, beautiful cutback, and Thembi just has to slot it into the back of the net. Yeah. But again, the same three players combining for a similar type of goal.
And an absolutely beautiful goal. It was a brace for Thembi Kgatlana here today, and South Africa are through to the next round of the qualifiers. You will recall that for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games, it was at this very stage, and this very venue where South Africa was knocked out, and it was neighbours Botswana that went ahead to go into the next round. But this time around, Coach Desiree Ellis and her troops, they managed to get the job done. Now we just sit and wait to see who we face off against between Tanzania and Botswana. I guess that's careful.
Mother and son, dead in the same spot, 8 months apart.
Next on Lincoln Rhyme.
The body was meticulously clean.
Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing.
I see how you look when you're watching Amelia out there, where you used to go and walk.
This city pulsed to my veins. Every cobblestone path I walked, every rickety stairwell I climbed, now it's all gone.
Lincoln Rhyme. Hunt for the Bone Collector. Saturdays, 8:30 on 2.
Would you be able to come to a special dinner tonight?
Dinner?
Yeah.
Just remember to increase my pay as soon as you're the new madam here. I need you to make me look super hot for tonight.
Wena, can I say the earring?
Do your best, okay? Don't hold back.
You know there's a song airing. Skanyata Wampona. Pulling a lot of time, man. Okay, we will start with that head. Which back reach must go, my love?
Leave my hair.
Axis Plaza, Sundays at 7, SABC2.
Africans are definitely making their marks throughout the global village with awards and accolades acknowledging their abilities. Now, this shouldn't surprise us because, after all, it was Grosser Michelle who said that if we have intelligence, imagination, and the ability to dream, then things can happen.
True, and we must also not forget the old Swahili proverb, akili ni mali, or ability is wealth.
So let's take a look at the wealth of ability and potential that Africa has to offer.
All of it in Season 4 of Africa Within, now streaming on SABC+. Download the app or simply scan the QR code on your screen. SABC+, still home.
This year, the festive season comes early to SABC2.
Snowman.
Snow angel.
Fruitcake.
Going caroling.
Wreaths.
Pumpkin pie.
Candy canes. The tree lighting.
Ring-a-ling, hear them sing. The bells will jingle for a bell.
Merry Christmas.
Holiday smiles bring holiday cheer. Surrounded by glowing hearts of loved ones.
Mom, can we stay? Please.
It's Happy Holidays here on SABC2, so join us Mondays at 10.
This year, we have been waking up to the news of a growing threat.
A real national security risk.
And ruling Liberal Democratic Party will urge the government to take legislative steps to...
A growing global threat.
Following India's ban, looking to implement tighter controls...
It now faces calls for it to be banned in Australia as the platform prepares to front it.
No, I'm not talking about global warming. Nope, not the pandemic either. This is our sinister new baddie. Yep, TikTok. It's so worrying. Indonesia, India, America, Japan, Australia, all of them have tried to get this addictive short-form video app banned.
The truth about viral videos, Monday at 7 on SABC2.
South Africa's Banyana Banyana through to the next round of the 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers. It's the road to Paris with a 2-0 victory here today against the DR Congo. And we look at the stats, Mark, for this entire game. Overall, what do you make of the statistics? And let's also just look at those fouls committed between the two sides.
Yeah, I think the telling stat for me there is the 8 chances on target. And we only converted basically 25% of them. We needed a better conversion because we had some great opportunities. We should have had a bigger scoreline here, and moving forward against the likes, possibly it will be Tanzania because they're 2-0 up from the away leg against Botswana. We are going to have to be better. The fouls committed, pretty much what you would have expected because we dominated the ball. That doubts how they were going to stop us, because if we're knocking it around, that's the only way they're going to stop us.
And we look at those goalkeeper saves there, Coach Anna Monati, their goalkeeper being asked a lot of questions here today. 6 versus 2 saves made by Andile Dlamini.
As I said earlier, the goalkeeper tried her best and she ended up tiring. She ended up doing mistakes from the first goal that he scored on the 71 minute. Because if you don't play as a team the entire game, somewhere you'll fall, and that's when it's going to cost you. If maybe she had 3 or 4 players, she wouldn't concede that goal. But South Africa were well prepared second half, and all the department we played well. We look at the statistics, we outplay them completely. The target, off target, the corner kicks, the fouls, we were there, we were all over. Even the foul, because we didn't want them to score.
Yes.
And Andile makes some also 2 great
crucial saves. Yes.
Crucial saves. So we were there, we were ready, we didn't want to lose the game, and I'm happy we didn't concede. We didn't concede, of which that makes me smile like my bogo.
We did not concede, but a team that did concede here today is DR Congo. I guess he's after this result.
Coach, hard luck today. How did you see that game?
Tu as vu comment le match?
Le match, au début là, ça a bien commencé. En dernier lieu, ça a changé des données. Hein. C'est ainsi que nous avons encaissé.
In the beginning, we started very well. Unfortunately, we fell asleep a bit, and we lost that game.
Yeah, it's the end of the road for you guys today. How proud of you of this team for coming as far as you guys have?
C'est la fin pour nous maintenant. Tu vois comment que tu vas faire maintenant?
Ce que je vais faire, c'est-à-dire pour les Jeux Olympiques, c'est déjà comme qui dirait à dire vos vaches. Mais de toutes les façons, ça a servi quand même de sparring partenaire pour la CAN, la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations.
Okay, for now, I struggled a bit, but I'm gonna go rebuild and then see for the African Cup of Nations now to build up.
All the best with that, Coach. Hard luck today.
Okay. Félicitations et puis.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, not a happy man there, but merci beaucoup for helping us advance to the next round of this qualifiers. Let's hear now what Coach Desiree Ellis has to say of this result and the team progressing to the next stage of the qualifiers.
The winning coach, Desiree Ellis, congratulations. Can you reflect on that 90 minutes, please?
Look, I think overall we had the better chances. We just needed to be a little bit more patient in our build-up, and obviously also a little bit more clinical in our final third. I think the intensity we upped it in the second half, created a lot of chances, and eventually it came, I think also making the change with Kolosa pushing Linda a little bit further up, a little bit more control, and then those balls came. But I've got to give credit to the players. You know, they really fought today, they really worked hard, and we have a very young backline at the moment due to a lot of players not being available, but I think they stood their ground. The 21-year-olds, the 20-year-olds stood their ground, and Andile was solid at the back. I mean, you know, but a big thank you to the fans. They came out in their numbers, and we really, really needed that support.
Yeah. Talk about the influence of BANYANA Kolosa when she came on, those 2 goals that she created.
Look, we know what Kolosa's capable of. We just wanted to get a little bit more control. She was always going to come back onto the pitch. You know, those balls that she can play. And Nicole, you know, a real out-and-out winger, and good balls from her as well. I think Kolosa came on, stabilized a bit, took a little bit more control than what Linda had in the first half, and started playing those passes forward. And at times, that's what we lacked in the first half, those balls down the channel. And today, when she came on, I mean, that was just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not going to tell you what to do, but like the likes of Wendy Shonga, for example, happy with she playing, no plans to maybe convert her to go slightly more back?
Look, she's played there a couple of times for Tucks, and as I said, we needed somebody physical. Somebody who had pace, and because she has played there a few times, we decided to play her there. And I thought she was excellent today as well. It might be an unfamiliar role to many people, but it's not an unfamiliar role to us, because in some of our training sessions, she would also play there, you know. The same with Lona Temba and Karabu. People might think it's unfamiliar for Karabu, but she plays in the back at Sundowns, and she's played as a central defender at the university in the US. So we knew what they were capable of. We just needed them to gel. We just needed them to understand. And I think the little time we had, I think they did magnificently. You know, you can actually talk about the whole team, including the players on the bench, who were absolutely vocal and absolutely supportive of the team.
Next up for you guys, your players still celebrating behind us. Next up for you guys is either Tanzania or Botswana. Who are you fans you'd like to see in Feb when you guys
look
qualifiers?
You cannot wish for anything. You just have to be ready. Just have to make sure that you're ready for the next game. But the next game coming up is obviously a work on qualifier against Burkina Faso, and it's a quick turnaround again. Our technical team already for that, making sure that we get as much information as we can. And again today, the technical team was really influential. When my voice was going, you know, Coach Cameron was standing up, and meanwhile Coach T was strategizing behind. And so, you know, it's a really good thing that we work so well together.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations today.
Thank you so much.
Team that works so well together, that progresses to the next round of these 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers. It is Road to Paris 2024. Jengemihla SABC Sport bringing you all that action. A massive thank you to Coach Anna Wayanati. It's always great having you, the lipstick lady. It's your new nickname, new coach. Mark, the Haskins, it's always lovely.
Thank you so much. Thank you, James. Thank you.
Right, sivala kanjalo ke namhlanje khona lana kuLaduma, brought to you by SABC Sport. From me, Novosiwe Ntokazi Ngcobo and the rest of the team. Until next time, be blessed and stay blessed.
Base for this campaign.